What up? What up? All right, this is a mic check. Let's do this mic check real quick. Are we good? Are we good? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do a mic check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Where we tuning in from? This is the Arizona minute. Sabir Bey's Arizona minute, baby. Where y'all tuning in from? Where we at? Jarrell, what's good? Let's start the show, bro. Hurry up, share it out. If y'all have X, please share this out on X. Share it out on X. Share it out on X. And please share this to the Foundational Dead Americans. Foundational Dead Americans also, okay? And also share this to the ADOS. Share this to anybody that's fighting for reparations. And I welcome to the cipher. I welcome them all to the Sabir Bey Show minute in Phoenix, Arizona. And if I'm wrong, I will stand down, okay? I will literally stand down. So let me know where y'all tuning in from. Don't be ashamed. Don't be shy. Let me know where y'all tuning in from, all right? It's okay. I'm not Tariq Nasheed. I ain't going to call you a tether, okay? If you don't like I said his name, to stop cheerleading for him and go get him right now. Let's get this thing popping, baby. Welcome to the show. Well, shout out to Stan and VA. Shout out to my brother Jarrell. So if you want to speak for Tariq Nasheed, you should go get him. Okay. I asked everybody where y'all tuning in from. Let me know. I see y'all coming in the room. Let's go. Let's go. Fact check everything. Welcome to the show. And don't forget to smash that like button. Smash the like button as soon as you come to the cipher.
All with it. Yeah. Sabir Bey.
Let's go. Let's go.
Truth don't play. Law, history, culture, hip hop. All with it. All with it. Yo, we in the cipher, light sparking through the veil. Truth and motion, let the ancestors inhale. From the Moorish courts to the cosmic scrolls, he decoding lies that been hidden in goals. Sabir B, the name ring through the booth. He break down laws and lace you with the proof. From Dr. Woodson's text to the streets we roam, he bringing intellect right back to the throne. All with it, Sabir B, building up minds, not breaking the youth. Yo, truth don't sway. Be building up minds, law, history, culture, hip hop every day. Mic check. This ain't no fairy tale spin. He bringing Moorish law right back to your skin. Mind sharp like a blade from Kemet's forge. Blueprint solid. He the truth's own source. Cameras rolling. The wisdom broadcast. Facts hit hard. Never water the mask. He bridging the gap between the block and the scroll. That's intellectual combat. Food for the soul. What would it be? From the matrix to the Moorish way. Let's elevate. What would it? Keep truth. Pure flame, this the real update. We ain't talking about no surface knowledge. We talking history, law, sovereignty. The real blueprint that unlocks the chain. Ancient vibes through the mic and translate. Each broadcast opening up the gate. Pan-African mind with that Moorish spark. Guiding lost tribes through the global dark. No cap, this that griot code in motion. Truth tsunami, pure mind ocean. So tune in, lock in, set your mental straight. It's a big beat show. Yeah, the vibe too great. Oh, with it be. The show. We building up minds, not breaking the youth. But yo, truth. We building up minds, all history, culture, hip hop every day.
And listen, I told y'all before, I'm giving y'all the opportunity to debunk anything that I'm saying. You okay? But you better come to this feed with some receipts. I don't give a damn about what you heard niggas like Tariq and them said, with some facts. Facts. If you foundational Black American, bring it. What's up, brother Stan? Hold up.
Peace, man. How you feeling?
I'm hip hop. That's how I'm feeling. So listen.
Yeah.
I need y'all to share this out. And please, if you have X, please go to X right now. Please go to X and share this out on X. If we have X, Instagram, TikToks, whatever talks, share it out to all of them. Share it out, baby. Because you better come to this feed and you better come with facts. I'm going to show you what real scholarship is. Y'all ready? I'm gonna show you what real scholarship is. So you ready to rock and roll with me? Remove your feelings.
Turn the volume up.
Stan said, turn the volume up. Oh, I don't think they want the volume up. It might vibrate. Might mess them up.
Man.
Listen. Well, brother, why don't you just teach? Let me tell you what happened to me before we get into this next track. Because this hip-hop history month is almost over, y'all. So, the wild part is I was coming into Arizona. I was on the phone with a brother for 2 hours, my nigga. I swear to God, I've never listen. Karen's cousin, he watching right now. Shout out to my brother Eric. He watches Tariq Nasheed all the time, right?
Oh wow!
I swear to God, this nigga. I said, well, where did Tariq Nasheed ever show you anything at? He don't have to show you anything, nigga. Then I'm gonna stop showing y'all. I'm gonna stop showing y'all stuff. It just sounds good. It's entertainment. That's what he said. It's entertainment. The guy, he watched this video. I wish he would come on here, but let me explain this to y'all. What happened? As I'm on my way to Arizona, right? I'm on the like, you know how you sit in a car and you hear somebody else talking, and I'm like, and I have my headphones on. I'm in a different zone, dude. I'm listening to music. Man, I took my headphones off. I was talking to this dude for 2 fucking straight hours. You know how many questions he asked me? He probably laughing at this right now. I ain't asked him one question. He asked me about 100 questions. Might have been over. I swear to God, on a stack of history books, nigga. Like, let me stop. So, is it a Bible in this room?
Oh, you know they got one in the drawer.
No.
If they don't, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Nigga, you might be shocked, bro, because they went in here. Oh, you know why you probably won't see one in here?
Yeah.
Where I'm at, it's an Indian hotel.
Oh. Oh, you out? Yeah, you is in Arizona though. Yeah.
I do like this to them. No, I'll take my bracelet like this, right, and I just tap them. Bam. See that? Bam. Hindu. Listen. I'm being real. I'm in a car for 2 hours, and it was killing the time while we was driving. But 2 hours, I ain't asked him not one question. He asked me literally about 100 motherfucking questions. But let me ask you a question. 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 I said, damn. I said, this should be a live show right now. I said, I swear to God, he probably listened because I just texted to him. I'm literally in the car with him, bro. I'm in the car and he's on the phone, and I'm like, he kept saying, but let me ask you this question. But let me ask you that question. I'm gonna try to remember everything he said. If he's watching, he should jump on his feet. I told him that would be good for the show. And he should bring Tariq
right.
Bring Tariq squad over here too, seriously. But every question he asked me, I answered. And what I said to him is that he should go look it up. That's what I say. Tariq don't tell people to look up anything. He never tell you.
Not at all.
Not at all, right? So I'm literally in the car.
All.
And I'm like, because I'm not arrogant, boasting, bragging, calling people out their names and calling people tethers and telling them they got boogers in their nose and they eating curry goat, nigga, over here, and they riding an Uber with beads in the goddamn car, nigga. I ain't like that. I can roast a nigga. I don't know if y'all know, but I might get into my roasting shit for real. I'm from Philadelphia, nigga, on 21st and Catherine. We used to roast niggas on 21st and Catherine. So this ain't the Ask Sabir Bey 1,000 questions. Like I told him, like, you can put up some money if you think you that great. Go to my Zelle. I do have a Zelle right there. I do have a PayPal. I do have a Chime. I do have an Apple Pay, and I do have Cash App. So listen, if you're not here to learn anything, keep pushing. Okay? So this is the weird part. See how you're asking me these questions? So listen. Oh, I don't know about that one, but anyway. But the weird part was, I'm literally in the car with him. Like, not with him, but he was on the phone. And I'm literally asking 100. I swear to God, bro. If there's a Bible in this room, what's up? Oh, he asked me bro. It came from reparations, hip hop. I'm trying to remember everything. He's on here. Hip hop, to Africans, how they treat us. I'm trying to think of what else he was talking about. James Smalls came up. And I said, damn, all these things came up, bro. I said, God damn, I swear.
Hey, surprise him, bring up Thanksgiving.
Nah, nigga, them niggas gonna celebrate it anyway. But anyway,
Man.
as I'm coming, right? I'm in a car and I'm literally on the phone, like, bro, I swear, if I could record if I was to think about that, I would have recorded it. I swear to God. It's funny, it was so fun, but everything that I said to him, I backed up, even down to playing the game, like how niggas be playing this game, they got to keep the game going and cosplaying and all this other stuff. And then when you stop playing that game, that's when they come get you. Like, I'm running everything he was throwing at me. I swear to God, I felt like I was that Kevin Hart sitting on that show. I swear to God. But everything he threw at me, everything, and I love it. And I wish he would bring that energy over to the show. But everything he was throwing at me, I had a response. Bam, bam. Okay, here. Have you ever heard of this? Bam. Have you ever heard of this? Bam. Have you ever heard of that? Bam. And I'm like quoting this shit as I'm in a car coming into Arizona. Crazy as hell, right? And I'm quoting everything and telling them where you can find it at. Crazy. Literally, it was like 100 questions, bro. Tariq would get mad at you and call you a tether. Nigga, here's one of those tethers. Oh, that's a plebiscite babble. Nigga. I swear to God. Listen, I hope
that's crazy.
Listen, I really do hope he come on the feed, but he's watching. But bruh, I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of what I was talking about. I'm trying to remember everything he said. I swear, Stan, this man,
I know that was interesting.
Bruh, Stan, this man asked me a million mother freaking questions, bro. Like every 5 minutes, it was like for 2 hours straight. Like it wasn't no wait, I'm gonna take a water break, nigga. It was
he straight drilled you.
2 hours straight. I was building with this dude, like, and everything he threw at me. I don't know about these dudes on YouTube who be trying to be fake famous. I'm not them cats on YouTube. I don't pull my stuff off of Wikipedia. This is the weirdest thing, and I'm telling him this, right? So I said, you take what Tariq Nasheed says at face value, nigga. That nigga never showed y'all nothing. If I'm wrong, by the time the show is over, let me know. Okay? All right? So if Tariq do show y'all evidence, please come on. Because I sat with that brother for 2 hours straight, and he drilled me with 100 mother freaking questions, bro. That's wild. It was wild. And then this is what I said to him. I said, man, you act like you paying me. You know what he said to me? Well, you be on YouTube.
What?
He said you doing it on YouTube for free. I said, nigga, I need to shut up now. Shit, I'm giving y'all too. That's what he said to me. So the crazy part is people get paid to answer questions. I don't know if you know that or not. Some people do. I'm not a politician, but I said that to him. I said, brother, you act like you paying me. Like, but I'm answering all his questions, all 100 questions. I'm answering. All 100, right? And I said, you act like you paying me. He said, you be on YouTube or something like that. You be on YouTube giving up for free. That means I'm gonna stop, nigga.
Right.
You can go bring your best of the best of the best to the Sabir Bey cipher, but you better pay attention. Hold up. Y'all better pay attention to the eye in the sky. Y'all better pay attention. All right. We're going to have some fun. So let's turn up the volume like my brother Stan says. This is from Carter G. Woodson's book. Y'all should read it. If you never read Carter G. Woodson's book on that, you should read it. See, Tariq don't teach his people that. He don't teach them. So let's go get Tariq and the Foundation of Black Americans. Pay attention. This is what Tariq Nasheed is doing. Hold up. This is Tariq and the government. Bear with me. Stop. Hey, brother, FBA, you be on here every damn day, brother. You ain't doing nothing. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know you gave y'all a day off. So come on and feed with me, brother. Listen, I'm gonna be respectful. This is my thanks, and I'm giving to you. I'm gonna put you on timeout. If you keep typing, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm gonna put you on timeout. Don't say nothing. If you gotta say it, come on and feed and say it with your chest. Soon as you type again,
church is open.
Soon as he type again, I'm gonna put him on timeout. If he don't come on his feed, this ain't the show. Come on the feed. I'm not gonna call you a tether or go send it to the Foundation of Black Americans. Let's talk. Okay. This is it right here.
The maker of rules, dealing with fools. I can teach you blind.
I can teach you blind, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, my truth is the Ark of the Covenant buried in Ethiopia. On top, fucking with a Minneapolis Somalian.
Oh, that's another one. We spoke about Ethiopia and Somali too. You got it, bro?
Dealing with fools, I can teach you blind. Yeah, my truth is the Ark of the Covenant buried in Ethiopia. Watch you do fuck with a Minneapolis Somalian. When I go home, the world I used to know is gone, and now I live on my own. For which I'll profit a rapper with creative control to sign a deal with the devil and lose his soul. My stillborn first expression is cold like the faces of slave masters on the paper I fold. Subliminal racial supremacy, choking me quick like the bedtime stories of Joseph Smith. Lynch mob gunning for me, trying to murder my seeds. So shorty put him in the Nile in a basket of reeds, and now I stare into the future with a spiritual flashlight, wondering who the fuck was me in the past life. Bad diet, fuck boy, die young, fast life, same as a crash flight that took off when the music died on your last night. Tell them the truth, and they call you a traitor. Talk to them honestly, and they call you a hater. Losing my trying to murder my seeds. A shorty put him in the Nile in a basket of reeds, and now I stare into the future with a spiritual flashlight, wondering who the fuck was me in the past life. Bad diet, fuck boy, die young, fast life, same as a crash flight that took off when the music died on your last night. Tell them the truth, and they call you a traitor. Talk to them honestly, and they call you a hater. Losing my fuck boy, die young, fast life, same as a crash flight that took off when the music died on your last night. Tell them the truth, and they call you a traitor. Talk to them honestly, and they call you a hater. Losing my composure, cause the message is urgent. Talking reckless, talk on the mic like Larry Merchant. Cursing at the serpent, Sumerian demons who rush their wings against the air that are breathing. A heathen with nothing left to believe in, even a reason for living. That was forgiven by God and not religion. Envision Jesus risen from the dead like Horus in the Baptist church, shaking off the rigor mortis. The border should be illegal instead of the people. That with nothing left to believe in, even a reason for living. That was forgiven by God and not religion. Envision Jesus risen from the dead like Horus in the Baptist church, shaking off the rigor mortis. The border should be illegal instead of the people that were here before the Bible and all of its sequels. I speak to the detached and unrealistic that were born normal but turned socially autistic. We resisted Homeland Security's mission because I know what they really envision. I am the eye in the sky. Looking at you. I can read you.
I can read your mind, baby.
The rules. Yeah.
Teach you blind, baby. What the foundation of Black Americans at?
The rules.
See how quiet it get, bro? See how I can shut a nigga up? You gotta tell you, I got a song for everything. I told you I'm hip hop all day. So he had all these beautiful questions he asked me, right? And I said, why don't you come on the show and ask me all those beautiful questions to the public? You know, he said Tariq's show is entertainment, and it is. It's fucking entertainment. Tariq steals everything off of everybody. This is just the reality, bro. You know the wild part is, like, as I'm coming in, I'm really, because I didn't really want to get into the conversation, but I did. But he kept saying, I got a question, I got a question, I got a question, got a question, got a question, got a question. I answered all his questions. Then I said, we're all Moors. This nigga said, oh, we all not Moors. Then obviously we all not black. Like, make that make sense. Like, every time he said something, it was like that comeback real quick. And I said this, and I'm gonna say this again. He asked about Umar Johnson too. I told you, if I sit here long enough, I'm gonna tell you everything he asked me. He asked me, how do I feel about Umar Johnson? I said something on the lines of, I don't care. He said, do you think Umar Johnson got locked up? I said, I don't know. That's not my business. You see what I'm saying? He said, I said, but you know if he got locked up, right? Go to his Instagram or YouTube. You'll see if he locked up or not. This is the crazy part about our people. And again, I don't take sides with Moors, conscious people. No, I don't care who you are. I don't take sides. I'm sitting there in the car. He's throwing all these. I got a question. I got a question. I got a question. So you don't think Africans treat us a certain way? Niggas, we treat each other hella different too. He told me it wasn't the same thing. Straight up. He said it's not the same. Swear to God, like the bougie niggas, even down to celebrities, nigga. The celebrities don't even mess with you, nigga, because you beneath them, right? Then he said there was a word. He said there was a word in an African word that said that we were slaves, right? I swear to God, this is the whole conversation. I'm trying to remember everything, bro, because it was a 2-hour conversation. He said there was a word. I said, well, tell me the word. He couldn't think of the word. Then he started speaking to me in Spanish, but you said it was African. I'm not talking about, you said speaking to me in Spanish. He said something about Spanish, and Spanish had a negative word for us too. I think he said Spanish has a negative word for us too, right? So I said, well, do you know that black was a negative word too? You do know that, right?
Mm.
If you say, and this is what I seriously, no lie, this is what I said to him. I said, what is black in Spanish? He said Negro. I said, well, what is black in Latin? He said, I don't know. You see how we don't want to touch it? So let me help you out. Black in Latin is nigga. It's nigga. Spanish is Negro. Black is English, right? It's Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah.
Right? So this is how crazy and conditioned that we are, bro. Like I'm literally saying this to him. Nigga is Latin, Negro is Spanish, black is English. I can call you a nigga, an English black man, and get away with it. Are you following? So I'm talking to him like this, right? And I'm like, bro, it don't make sense. Like, where is it a black nation at? There is no black nation, right? So we going back and forth on the John. He said, well, Africans come to this country and other people come to this country and benefit. I told him to go look up the United States codes. How many of y'all, are even familiar with the United States codes?
Yeah.
How many?
Do you benefit off our ignorance?
Yeah, and that's what's really going on. Do you know that in the United States codes or anything pertaining to law, they have a right and an obligation to deal with these people because they're a nation? Do y'all know that? So this is the weird part. Like now, mind you, I'm in a car, bro. Like I'm literally I'm in a car, and this is the conversation that I don't have no books, no nothing. I'm just spitting from the top of my head, right? And I'm literally in the car. I didn't tell him to get the fuck out of here, shut the fuck up, nigga, you don't know shit. I'm not doing none of this to him for 2 hours, 100 questions he asked me, 100. So I'm sitting here and I'm telling him to go look up what I'm talking about. I don't need you to believe me or follow me. I'm saying, look up what I'm saying to you. He said that people come into this country. And I asked him this. He said, well, why do they have to do something? He said, they talk about us, right? I said, there was a song. I think it was Self-Destruction. I think it was. And Karis once said, I prove him wrong. No, Heavy D said that. It was Heavy D. And something, I forgot, one of the joints, whatever. And it said, I prove them wrong, but right is what you proving them. So we're proving them right. Right?
Yep.
We're proving them right.
No lies.
Listen, but I'm saying this by the things that we are doing in the public, right? We're doing it. So now when they're coming through customs, right? They go sit and watch a video. Now, most Tariq do not live around common people. He don't. That nigga live in a gated community. I'm talking about Tariq. So do you think Tariq gonna sit around and live around his people? Think about this for 1 second. You think he's gonna sit around people that's shooting all day long and robbing niggas all day long? Just think about it for 1 second. Let's use common sense. I want to ask y'all this question. This is why most niggas move out the community or move out the neighborhoods, because you don't want to live around that, right?
Exactly.
So I'm using common sense, right? He said, well, they separate themselves from us. Who the fuck don't these niggas? Where do celebrities live? Hold up. Let me ask you. Then he'll say, oh no, that celebrities ain't up. Nigga, where do celebrities live? Sherman Oaks, right? Okay. Some live in Vegas, right? To get away, right? And they live in gated communities, right? So I'm sitting, and if y'all confused about anything I'm saying, please come to the cipher. Please stand up. Please stand up. So I'm sitting on there. I'm like, why are you getting mad at these people, right? When they are creating their own community. All you got to do is do the same thing. But we have to basically understand, what is it called? It's we got to understand asabiya. It's an Arabic word. Asabiya means solidarity, right? We don't see that in each other. We have so much jealousy, envy, and hate in our own people, bro. And I told him I have no issue with Tariq. I have no issue with Umar Johnson. I don't hate these brothers. I told him, and I'm telling y'all publicly again, I will sit with Umar. I will sit with Tariq. I will sit with any of them. They won't sit with Sabir Bey. That is the problem. Now, what you can see is say, well, brother, why wouldn't you sit with Sabir? You already heard what what Tariq Nasheed said. I was a nobody. He didn't even know Tariq said that. Oh, Sabir's a nobody. Why would I sit with a nobody? He only get 10 people on his feed, because this is what Tariq wants. He wants attention instead of respect. That stuff right there is not going to last long. That's not going to last. So I say seek respect and not attention. So when Tariq said Sabir is a nobody, but you don't go get a nobody to be in your film, and niggas, you follow me? So I'm telling my man that's on the phone to ask me 100 questions. So we're going back and forth. And I said, bro, the reason why people separate or be in their own communities because they know who they are. They do know. They know. Seriously. Mm-hmm. I said, brother, let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask everybody on this feed a question, right? If you go to a country that you are not familiar with, I want you to be 100% honest with me. Everybody on the feed. If you go into a country, this is what I asked him, and you started talking crazy, I said, are you going to speak up or speak out against something, or are you going to shut up? If you're a person, you never been there.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick funny story.
Never been there before, right? I just say yes or no. If you've never been there before,
no,
you want to go a country, right, that you know nothing
about.
Not
gonna step out of line.
Or even if you live there for a couple of months, right? Are you going to say something that will get you deported?
Forget deporting, man. You say certain things, bro. You ain't finna leave that street.
But even locked up. But just think about it. So I need to, and this is what I was really trying to
explain. They got business here. They got money. They making money off ignorance.
But this is what I was trying to explain to my brother, the brother that asked me, Eric, 100 questions. Again, I said, brother, he beat it around the bush. This is what, see, when you watch dudes like Tariq Nasheed, Tariq Nasheed is a person that's creating havoc amongst our people. And he would never in his life sit with Sabir Bey.
Okay? You know what it is? I'm going to keep it real, right?
All right, bro, I hear you, but I know you want to share with me, but let me get this off my chest, because I'm trying to remember a lot of shit that it was 2 hours. Okay. I don't know when you came into this conversation, but I was in a car talking to a dude that asked me 100 questions in 2 damn hours straight. 2 hours straight. So I'm trying to remember everything, because I don't write nothing down. Everything that he said. And I was responding to all of his things. And I didn't ask him not one question. Right? So I asked him, what would you do if you went into another country? I asked everybody on the feed, what would you do? If you was there for 6 or 7 months, or you just was there for a minute, you know what I mean? You ain't going to spark anything to get deported, right? So this is how the people are when they come to the United States in a land they know nothing of, right? So they're told when they come here, don't do this, don't do that. They say that in certain countries when you go there too, if you really pay attention. They tell you this, they tell you the same thing. So niggas are not being honest with themselves. They're not being honest with themselves. Right? So when you go into a country, you're going to be on your best behavior, right? So I said, it's the same thing with these people who come over here in the United States. They're told not to talk to Black people. Now, again, all you got to do is turn on YouTube. Ask my brother Percy, when we was in Spain, how many violent shows we saw on TV. Nigga, you don't see this shit on TV. But now go look at us in the news 24/7, right? We are killing each other ungodly. This is the image that's being pushed out. That's the image. The image is to say this. He just texted me. Okay. So I hope he come on the feed. But this is the image that's being pushed out, right? Imagery. I did radio for a long time. I told y'all this. I did radio for 25 years. I've been in this game. I know when they came to me and told me certain things and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. Y'all are not in my shoes to understand how this works and how I put my middle finger up to them and said, nigga, you crazy? I must have been crazy at the time, though, honestly, because I lost a lot of money, but that's a whole nother story. I lost a lot of money telling the truth. So as I'm talking to him on the phone, I said, what would you do in another country? You would not open your goddamn mouth. So he came up, he said something about what Mexicans, the word for Mexican, he said there is a Mexican word. He said he's listening right now. There is a Mexican, come on the feed, Eric. It was a Mexican word, right, that he used. And my brother O can come on the feed and probably say what it is, right? So as we sitting here, I said, brother, I was on the phone with a sister and she was in Ethiopia, right? And I said, she was at a radio station in Ethiopia. Now, anybody knows this. I said to her, say the word Badia. Most of y'all don't even know what Badia is, right? Do y'all know that? This is me talking to him. I said, she said Badia in the studio with Ethiopians. And she called me to let me know I'm in Ethiopia, Sabir. She said, I'm in Ethiopia. I said, really? I said, okay, cool. I said, say Badia. You know what them dudes said? They said, never say that word again. That's what they told her. Don't say that word. Let me tell you why. You know what she said to me at the radio station when she was at that station? Remember I told you about people coming over here and saying something, and then you go into their country? She said, Sabir, if I get locked up, you want to come get me. This is the shit she said. You know who she was? Her name is Taylor Andre. She used to do radio show in Boston. Anybody from Boston knows Taylor Andre. Taylor Andre used to do a radio show. She's from, I forgot what country she's from, but she was raised in, what you call them? She's Cape Verde. She's Cape Verdean. So I used to go on her show, but she was in Ethiopia, and she said, she said this shit out loud. She said, Badia, right? So it was so funny, right? When she said it, and everybody in the studio said, do not say that word. You will be arrested. Like, right? So she said, so I could hear her. She said, Sabir, if they lock me up, you're going to have to come get me. So let me explain to y'all what Badia means. It means black slave. It means you're a slave. So this is the thing about the thinking. Now, you can bring all your foundational Black Americans and trying to challenge me. I told you I'm good at what I do. I don't watch YouTube or Wikipedia research. So I said, he mentioned, what's up, brother O? He mentioned the Spanish word, right?
Peace.
He mentioned the Spanish word for slave, right? Right? So I say, well, brother, what's the difference in saying that you're black? Because you're saying the same damn thing. So let me ask you this. What was first? Was it Spanish, English? Which one was first? Spanish or English?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Zaza said you don't have the settings. My settings? What do you mean? My settings are on. Anybody can come on the feed. I don't know what y'all means. They tell me my settings on. He says Zaza said something on my settings.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with your settings, bro.
He said something. I don't know. He can come on and explain it. So this is the thing. Obviously, everybody's listening. So as we're talking on the phone, right? We're going back and forth. What's the word for slave, brother, in Spanish?
Negro. Is that no?
No, I'm talking to O. There you go, right there.
Esclavo.
Right? So if that's the word, right? Right? So again, what was first? Was it Spanish, English, or Latin? Which one?
It would be Latin.
Okay, so Latin was nigger, right? Nigger, right? So they're getting upset because people calling themselves niggas. But I'm gonna say it in an English way, but I'm still saying nigger. But they say, no, brother, that's not what we mean. That's not what we're saying it is. Like, you see the justification of what we do? You see what I'm saying? You see the justification? But Noble Drew Ali, and I said this to him, that's why Noble Drew Ali, right, was saying, go back to the families of nations. That's what he was saying. There is no Negro, no black, or colored people. Just click the link, brother. There's a link on my. Hold on 1 second.
It's mental.
Say that again.
No, I said it's mental.
It is. Just click the link, brother Eric. It's right there. You can just click a link. Sabir Bey Show. I don't know what the hell Sabir Bey is. The Sabir Bey show come up like that as a traveler. I ain't never do that. Oh, I never put that on my YouTube. What the hell? Why is that one there? I never put the Sabir Bey the traveler. I never did that. Where the hell that one come from? Well, anyway. So the thing was, like, as I'm sitting here, and what we do is try to justify. You can take a child, bruh, a child, and ask them, point to them, and say, you ain't got to point to it. Just ask them what is black. They're going to point to this. My daughter does it all the time, and this is white. But what we do is try to justify these things, because before the 1500s, we would not call black people. That's a fact. But you let people who don't show you anything and then try to ask for reparations. This is the crazy part. Now, remember what I said. If you study law, right? If you study law, they have an obligation to nations, right? That's when human rights come in, right? So they have an obligation to deal with these people.
Yep.
How the hell, after all this time, we still haven't got the reparations? Here you go, Eric, right there. This is the 100 question county dollars. Oh, Eric, you got a lot of stuff in your feet, bro. Are you there? You got, where you at, in Restaurant, man? Oh, it's breaking up. It's all right. I'll leave it. So look at my man Eric right there. So I said he asked me 100 questions, and I ain't asked him one for 2 hours straight. And I'm saying, look up what I'm saying. Research what I'm saying, right? So human rights does not apply to slaves or black people. It don't apply to black people. This is why I'm gonna put you on mute, Eric. You got a lot of noise in your background, bro. You got a lot of noise in your background. So human rights does not apply to black people. This is why you always have civil rights attorneys, not human rights attorneys. Have you ever noticed that? You don't see no human rights attorneys. You only see civil rights attorneys. So they know and they play the game. Okay, not a problem. They don't know yet. Nobody's studying the law. And then when you tell people the law, they'll say, well, I got nothing to do with that. That's the white man stuff.
You hear me now?
Yeah. And this is what I can hear you now, but it's still like you froze now. Say something. Say something, E. Go ahead, say something, E.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Keep talking. Do it like this. Keep talking. I can't.
Okay. If the mute is off, okay. I you should be able to hear me.
You good? So this is why when you don't never see a human rights attorney. They can't give black people human rights. You have to have a nationality. So when I'm saying to people, you never see Tariq or any of them present facts to you. They just tell you things. So if I got on this feed and just told you everything, would you really believe me, or you would drill me and say, Sabir, show me what you're talking about? You would tell me to prove it to you. So if I prove it to you, right, and you don't take up and look it up, that's not on me, that's on you. This is why I said, and I told him, he'll tell you this. What did I say, Eric, when you asked me the question, and I said I don't have an issue against who? Umar, or did I have an issue with Tariq Nasheed? Didn't I say that?
Yeah, right.
No issue. Now, see if you can go back to them and say the same thing. So he said to a brother that's on the feed, why would I talk to a nobody? That's what Tariq said. I said,
now go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that I personally don't know either one of them personally, but I understand the concept of delineation as far as resources. What delineation?
Yeah, what does it mean?
Meaning to say it again.
I ain't saying nothing.
You said, what does delineation mean, right?
Yeah.
It means to be identified and to be identified as an individual group in a way that and separate ourselves with other groups of people.
That's not
hold on. And separate. Hold on.
Huh? Hold on. Stop saying hold on. I said give me the definition. You giving me something
of delineation to basically to separate ourselves.
That is not what that is.
Delineation is a form of separation, huh?
Somebody Google delineation.
Delineation means to take away from who you come from.
Go look it up in the. Please, somebody look it up.
You
Please
said
look up
to
the
take away from who we came from.
Listen, all the mixing up. Listen, somebody Google delineation. Jarrell, Google delineation and then post it up here so everybody can read it. This is what I mean by people, right? Who are taking words and flipping the words like plebiscite. A plebiscite is a people's vote. Plebiscite babbles, right? A plebiscite is a people's vote.
So Sabir, tell me this. Are you saying that
Here you go again. What I tell you about the 100 questions? He just asked me. We're going to add on to the 100 questions. Y'all here come again.
okay, exactly. Are you saying that delineating is not separating ourselves and being identified as an individual group separate from other groups of people so that we can benefit off of our own?
Okay, I didn't. That's not what I asked you, brother. I asked you what is the definition. Now, my brother going to read it to you. He's going to read it to you. Now, I only asked a simple question. Like you asked me a simple question, I'm going to give you the straight answer, right? So I want him to listen. I want you to hit. This is what you do when you're on the Foundational Black Americans page. You say, well, look up that word. So when you look up the words, you'll see, unless you have your own dictionaries, your own Foundational Black Dictionary, right? Unless you got that somewhere hidden, let me know, because I want to know what that book. And listen, I'm traveling with books. Listen, I travel with books.
I'm listening to you. I mean, there's a lot of people who read. You know, as far as the understanding that each individual get is on them. You know, it's our own level of understanding that determines how we interpret things.
Stop. You have children, or you have children that was in school. When you're in school, right? You go tell, if you don't know a word, right? You go look the word up.
Okay.
Dictionary.
All I said is something simple. It's not complicated.
So he's going to read the definition of delineation, right?
He's going to say exactly what you said, right? It's going to say what you said, all right? Let's see if it says what you said.
I got a definition of lineage, but not delineation.
No, delineation. That's what they keep. These are slick words that they say to people. Like, it's like, you know how a person go to college and they use certain slick words. But
I got you when you're ready, Mo.
Go ahead, fam.
Delineate. It means to draw or trace out the outline or sketch out, to represent, particularly depict, or to depict the words or gestures, to describe. Delineation. Delineation means to describe or to pick out something from something else.
Now, at the beginning of that definition, it described what I was saying. Read the beginning of that. Read the beginning of that definition.
You did not say that. You went around.
No.
Separate yourself from people. I don't want to be this. No.
I didn't say that. I said to separate from other groups and isolate ourselves from other different groups of people so that we could benefit off of our own resources.
So here you go, brother. They posted it up here for y'all. So this is the key to all of this. And this is the beautiful thing that I love, right? We used to have these types of conversations at the National Black Theater in Harlem, y'all. When you had to literally show your sources, you couldn't sit on social media and pop. You have to show your scholarship. You follow me?
Sabir, it says it at the beginning of that definition, what I said.
Brother, say everything you just said again.
Read the beginning of that definition.
You know what it said, but that's not everything that you said, bro.
Are you saying that delineation is not separating ourselves?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Sabir, see, this is the thing, right? I don't know this guy's brother's name. Sorry, I'm trying to be respectful. But the thing about it is, I don't think he really grasped the concept of semantics, right?
No, I do understand what semantics are. Yeah, I do understand.
Okay, so tell us. Hold on. This is how I get them, right? So give me the definition of semantics. Go right now. Go ahead.
Semantics is basically, it's like a play of words. It's like saying one thing.
No, it's not. Here we go. I got it right here.
Go ahead.
You're going to give it to you. You're going to give it
to
you.
Go ahead.
Because you're already off. Semantics is the study. I'm giving it to you blood raw, my brother. Semantics is the study of meaning in language, covering how words, phrases, and sentences have significance. That is what semantics means.
Oh, you follow me? So
go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold up.
So
brother, hold up.
Go ahead.
Hold up, Eric. I need you to hear me. And I know.
Go ahead.
teach you this over at the Foundational Black American because they don't make you
look.
Hold on, Sabir, what?
Listen.
Hold on.
No,
hold on, brother.
Why y'all
Let me
listen?
give you. Hold on.
See, y'all under attack right now, but y'all not listening because y'all too busy trying to prove something, so y'all don't want to listen.
Let him talk. He's trying.
Y'all want to prove something, so y'all don't want to listen.
We're gonna let you talk, but you should go get Tariq because I don't think
now, Foundational Black American is it's a description of a specific group of people.
Trademark.
And why is it and whether you want to accept it or not, it's the way that some people describe themselves that are descendants of slaves.
Brother.
And why do some hold on, see there, y'all just want to jump and attack, but y'all don't want to listen.
No. Let me help you out, brother.
Listen. From my understanding, tell me if I'm wrong. From my understanding, the first rule of being a teacher is, first of all, learning how to be a student.
Okay, so how about this part? You should tell Tariq.
Wait a minute. Let me know if I'm right. You have to be a student before you become a teacher.
Brother.
And so y'all, how can you be a student if you don't want to listen?
Brother, you should be telling Tariq Nasheed that shit, not me.
Well, no, but Tariq is not on the phone, and I don't personally know him, but I'm discussing this with y'all. Because see, if y'all don't want to listen to, if I can't get a complete sentence out or a complete thought, then that means that y'all are not in a position to learn what I'm talking about. Y'all just want to tell me what y'all want to say.
Just go, bro, because I'm gonna explain, and I want you to stop.
Okay. Now I just want to get the complete thought out so that then I'll let y'all go. Now, as far as what I was saying, that Foundational Black American is just a description of a group of people who came through slavery, who ancestors came through slavery, and because other groups of people were coming in, pulling from our resources and the things that our ancestors fought for, and because they began to be disrespectful, there was a certain group of people out of that group of descendants of slaves who said, look, if y'all are gonna come over here, y'all gonna have to be respectful, especially if y'all taking our resources. And because y'all haven't showed the level of respect that we're calling for, we're going to separate ourselves in a way that we're not going to allow y'all to keep feeding off of us and disrespecting us at the same time.
You're going too far. You explain yourself. We know that.
A specific group of people came to that conclusion, and that was called delineation because of that move that was made so that other people can't continue to take our resources and disrespect us. Now, and I'm familiar with.
Okay, I'm going to put you on mute because you're going to keep talking about this foundational stuff. I'm trying to help you at the same time. You're on muted, brother. So when people go to other countries, I'm giving you an example. I need you to listen sometime. When you're going to someone else's country, but people from the United States, just like what happened in Jamaica, the disrespect when you go to another country, people here, no matter what color, think that they obligated or privileged to something because their mindset is like Europeans. And this is why no one likes nobody from the United States. You don't have principles and morals. Principles and morals. Where are the principles and the morals of Black people, bro? You wanted me to just say yes or no. Give me the principles and the morals of Black people when I'm looking at what we do to each other. So when you talk about,
it's crazy.
Hold up, brother. Let me explain it. Because he wants people to respect you, but you not respecting other people. Respect, brother, goes both ways. You follow me? It goes both ways. I don't disrespect you. You don't disrespect me. That's how it works. When you see someone, and I don't agree with what Africans do, nor do I agree with Tariq does. But as a man and you mature, you be the bigger man. You know how many times niggas that came at me and disrespected me? Come on, brother. How many times how many times have y'all heard dudes come on my feed disrespecting me? Do I ever call them mother effers this and this and that?
I saw my mic was muted, so I'm not sure what's the last thing y'all heard, but I'm finished.
I'm muted because you kept talking. I said, let me explain this because I explained about when we go to other countries. And I'm saying we go to other countries, and I muted your mic again so I could really talk to you again. When you go to other countries and you disrespect people, right? Respect goes both ways. You can't just say, well, you got to come here and respect us. You follow me? You can't just say respect us, bro. When you disrespect other people, respect goes both ways. That's in a relationship too. So when dudes was coming at me, because you don't watch my feed, niggas will do a video. How many videos you seen on YouTube?
Sabir,
me?
You met that brother today, right? You met him today?
I know him. I knew him for a long time.
Oh, okay. No, I just thought it was like mad cool that you even just let him come on here. You know what I mean? That's
but Tariq don't do that. Tariq would never invite.
Like, that's so cool, bro, that you're up here with us and you're able to have this dialogue. You know what I mean? That's honors and respect. You know what I mean? Just in itself, because it's not about tearing you down or tearing each other apart. You know what I mean? We're not animals, bro. But the main thing is, like he's saying, there has to be a certain, like, in order to be diplomatic, you got to go somewhere and honor and learn from somebody. You got to be humble enough to say, I'm going to go into Mexico. And I guarantee you going to Mexico with that beautiful afro, they're going to look at you like a god, bro. They're not going to look at you no different. You know what I'm saying? It should be like that across the board. You know what I mean?
And this is what is happening. When you look at people,
I'm listening. The point of that is to say what?
Brother, you just missed the whole point, and obviously you didn't catch it. I'm explaining everything to you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're not a young cat that can't comprehend this, brother. All I'm saying to you,
I'm not sure if y'all can hear me or not.
We can hear you. We can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us, and that's the problem. You need to go somewhere where you can actually hear us at. So when you're dealing,
is Sabir frozen?
No, I'm not frozen. That's you, bro, because you keep moving around, man. You keep walking. You keep walking around. So let me explain this again. It goes both ways. When I was in Canada, there was a European, y'all call them
hello,
white brother. You here, bro? You here? You on? You got to probably stay still, man. That was I don't know what's so. Anyway, let me finish. When I was in Canada one day, right, and I was in an airport, and this white lady said to me, "I don't like nobody from the United States." I said, "Damn." She said they're very arrogant and they're selfish people. That's what she said to me. She didn't say who, brother. You here? I don't know what's going on with your feed. You here?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, bro. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Eric, try to listen.
Sabir,
try to go somewhere and sit still, and then you can come back on. Go somewhere so you can sit still and come back on. Can you hear? Hold on, let me tell you that. Hold on, give me 1 second, Eric. Give me 1 second. Come 1 second. Listen, Eric, do this. Give me 1 second. Come out.
Can y'all hear me?
Come out and come back on. Leave the feed and then come back on. Leave the feed and come back on. Okay. Peace, sis. What's good?
I could have swore he said that he had said the last thing he had said.
Huh?
Peace.
I thought he said he was done already. Like he had said what he had to say, you know?
Yeah.
No, but see, this is the thing. Because, like I said, respect goes both ways, right? Both ways. I don't have a problem sitting in the room with nobody, family, with nobody, no one. But I understand what it is. People don't want truth. Like when I was in Canada, I told y'all I was in the airport, I had a layover. And this European lady y'all call white, she said, I don't like nobody from the United States. She said they're arrogant and they're selfish. Yes, it's negative stuff about us. And when people come here, they see us. The same vice versa. We talk about them having flies in their eyes. You know what I mean? I was talking to an Ethiopian sister. She was the first
African booty scratches and everything.
Yeah, first generation here in the United States. I was in Boston in an Ethiopian church. And this Ethiopian lady said to me, she was depressed for 10 years. 10 motherfucking years. You know why? Because they was talking about her, calling her exactly what you said. African booty scratcher, y'all dirty. Because who taught them that? Who taught that history? Your schools, your parents. You follow me? You have to study history. And I'm watching this same thing happen right now on social media. Same thing. So now they're looking at us, killing. We shooting each other with 100 bullets, nigga. We supposed to be more smarter than that shit, right? When you see somebody get gunned down in the street with 100 bullets in them, you stand over top of them and shoot them some more, nigga. Something ain't right. You know what I mean?
They say, let me stay away from them type people.
Here you go. So now people have an image in their head. Like my son got killed, right? Real rap. I had anger in me, bro. I'm gonna be fucking real. I had anger in me. I couldn't even look at my son because I didn't want to see him riddled with bullets. You understand what that does to a person? And we talk about slavery. We talk about, yeah, brother, we suffer slavery. You didn't suffer no goddamn slavery. Which one of y'all suffered slavery? Let me
Can
tell
you hear me now?
Yeah, hold on, brother. I'm in the middle of something.
All right.
Which one of y'all suffered slavery? Nigga, I saw my son get shot, riddled with bullets. And you know what that does to your psyche? Do you know I was shot 5 times? You know what that does to your psyche? And these niggas, they talking about slavery, and you never went through slavery. Your mother didn't, your grandmother didn't, and your great-grandmother didn't, right? So we sit here, and we sit up here and talk about, yeah, brother, what we went through. You didn't go through shit. Nothing. This is the reality. I saw death. I've been shot up. I've seen my son do that same shit. What do you think that would do to me? What do you think I would have? Some type of post-traumatic, whatever you want to call it, shock syndrome? Think about it. But you didn't go through nothing. And this is what is happening with our people. I knew my great-great-grandmother. She was 106 when she died. 106, B. 106. I sat with my grandmother when she was 90 years old, asking her questions. My great-great-grandmother. Okay? And she told me she knew who we were. And she told me if they talked about it when she was coming up, they would hang you or they would kill you. She couldn't tell. Most can't tell me that they talked to their great-great-grandmother. I can tell you the ages that my great-great-grandmother died at 105. They said 106 because back then they didn't have birth certificates the way we do. My grandmother died at 82, 81. My mother died at 74. That's 3 generations I know in the same household. How far can y'all go back? How? But you say, well, brother, I suffered slavery, brother. Nigga, you didn't suffer slavery. You benefited off.
Can I challenge that?
Sure.
So you're saying just because we wasn't physically there, you're saying that we don't suffer the consequences of our ancestors going through it?
I mean, how? Tell me how.
Just like a lot of these companies are actually hiring people who are descendants of those who were the slave masters, are benefiting because of the financial control and power that they have. Bro, they still benefit off of their ancestors.
You're going right back again. Listen to me, and I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me. Hear what he's saying, y'all.
I'm listening.
I just said to him, how many of y'all pay insurance? I don't give a damn. How many of y'all? Let me tell you how crazy this is. Let me tell you, if you really
Sabir.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me. Okay, so I forget his name. Eric, I think.
Eric, yeah, Eric.
Okay, so you said that these people have financial control, right?
They have. It's really about power and control. Yes.
That's that was a yes or no. Actually, that was a close.
And I said yes. I say yes.
Okay, so yes. So define financial.
Well, I mean, it's more power than it is financial. I mean, I don't know how deep y'all want to get into it, but I know that I know that
we get
go
it.
Ahead.
We get it. So, but see, that's what I'm saying. So again, I'm not trying to pick apart everything you're saying, but I'm just trying to show you that. See, words have energy and they have what context, right?
I totally agree.
So
what do you want to call it? Currency?
When you throw, hold on. Can I finish? Can I get out a sentence?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm just saying. So I'm just trying to explain when you throw out certain phrases, right? Like financial control, right? And you can't define the degree, right, or the level of said control. Then that's that is getting into what people would call rhetoric.
I didn't say I couldn't define it. I said I asked you what level. I don't know.
Okay, so now you're going in a circle. So see what I'm saying? You're going in a circle right now.
You made a statement, and I'm.
So you made. Okay, so, sir,
go ahead,
sir. So that's just like, that's just like we finna go to the store. We get to the store,
right?
And then I say, okay, what you want from the store? And then that's like you telling me what store. Are you following me?
No,
So
no. It's totally different because I was saying, I was asking, and I was made the statement. I'm not sure how far y'all want to get into it
You keep saying how
hold on, when you ask me about finances, because I know that money is not the dollar is not real money,
money is
and
mostly an illusion,
money
my
is
friend.
considered currency.
Money is mostly an illusion, sir.
Should I
I'm gonna be honest.
have said currency? Should I have said currency?
Okay, so let me explain this to you, Eric. And
Go ahead.
this is why I said you're not going to get this type of education on the foundational Black American thing. Let me help you out.
Tariq Nasheed's. Go ahead.
I need to talk, bro. I need to
Go ahead.
How many of y'all have insurance right now? Car insurance, house insurance, fire insurance. Let's be realistic.
I do.
I have it. I have it both.
So I said to him, Eric, earlier, why don't y'all just get rid of y'all insurance? Let me tell you the game about insurance. This is when the law comes in. I'm gonna show you something, okay? Remember when I said, why do they never force you to get life insurance or fire insurance or house insurance? They don't really force you to that. They force you other ways, right? And I said, if you were smart, right? Just think about this for 1 second. Use critical thinking and logic for 1 minute. Why do people get even car insurance when really car insurance don't cover shit? Even hospital, if you got to pay a copay, just all this other crazy shit. You pay insurance, right? Just think about this. Use common sense for a minute, right? And
No
I'm
doubt.
saying that because I studied all these things, man. I'm telling you, it's fucking crazy, right? So you get car insurance, right? If I was a smart person that got car insurance and said, okay, well, I never been in an accident, I'm gonna tell them to, you know how like rollover minutes, it was a T-Mobile, they roll your minutes over.
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't they roll your insurance over to the next year? You keep paying them, motherfuckers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You keep paying them because this is the game. The gamble is that you gambling that you're going to be in an accident. They gambling that you won't. It's a gamble, right? But if you study the insurance companies, let me show you insurance companies. Now, remember, they don't force you to get life insurance. They force you to get car insurance and everything else. But if you really want to hurt them, you would go here. Let me pull this up. How many of y'all ever saw this before? I told you there's a whole list of this for me. I do this for real. These are law libraries. I was in this 34 pages. Look at it. California Department of Insurance, right? Look, slave era insurance registry. We got all of this. We got Savannah, Georgia. We got Charleston. We got all of the places right here. The insurance company that had slaves, my nigga. Let's go down the line. Louisville. Let's go down the line. Oh, here they go. You want to get them? You paying into this motherfucker. And you still, most of these companies, listen, most of these companies, y'all are paying into and don't even know it.
No, some of us do know it. With all due respect,
okay, hold up. So
go ahead.
Hold up. So some of us do it. Yeah. So
right.
If this is then you a fool then. If I know that,
not necessarily, but go ahead.
If I know something, I just told you, I don't participate in it. You see what I'm saying? If I know, either I willingly want to be blind, right? And I'm going to do it, or what? I fear going to jail. You see how that works? See, this is
no, that's not. It's not. It's
what is it?
You know what's crazy, Sabir?
Hold on. Let me reply to him. It's not that simple, because if you, for example, I have a family. I have children. Okay, so if I want to give them some type of protection, then I sacrifice certain things for the better outcome of what can happen to my children. So I put them in a position to actually be protected as far as over certain bills that could come to me or them in the future. And some people use that as a form of generational wealth when they get insurance, because they leave it to their children. So there's different reasons why people do different things, and it's not necessarily because they're stupid, just because they want to pay their slave masters.
But I said willingly doing it. I said willingly. So let me make this clear for you. If I know something is dangerous, right, and I know somebody has, I know you didn't have no ill will for me. I'm not fudging with you, no matter it's ands, buts, or maybes. Let me explain this to you. If we listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't go to hospitals, right, unless you really got shot the fuck up or something like that. But as far as anything else, I don't. Let me tell you, I don't know if y'all ever been to a hospital overseas. Do you know how much they charge overseas? Just do a survey. I had it up last time. I went to the doctor. I was in Spain, $15 to go see a doctor. I would ask Karen this question. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Before I was ready to go back to Portugal, right? I've been over a lot of countries, and it's healthcare is free over there. Go look it up. Y'all should research these things.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
I went to the mother freaking emergency room here in the United States, right? Before I was going overseas, my back was bothering me, right? I'm gonna help you out. Back was bothering me. I said, nigga, I felt like I was ready to die, right? But I can only fix myself, right? But I went there, it was so much pain that I was going to get on the plane. My brother Rashidi said, yo, Sabir, you should go get it checked out, right? Even though we know, because I ain't never been in pain. I've been in pain when I got shut up. So, but I went to the hospital in Long Beach. I didn't even go see the doctor. They took my blood, right? This is the weird part. They took my blood and they said it was clean. It was good, right? And you know how they come out, they take your blood, they do all this other stuff, and they go back and they tell you what the test of what your blood is. You know, boom, I was cool, right? And now I had to sit there, ask Karen. I sat there for probably 12, 13, 15 hours, didn't get in there yet, right? I'm still sitting in the emergency room. Nigga, they sent me a mother freaking bill, $10,000 for sitting in the mother freaking, oh, you should have had insurance. Nigga, I just went to the doctors in Spain and paid $15 to go straight in to go see a doctor. He said, oh, okay, this is what it is. But the crazy part is, before I left to go overseas, right, I went to my brother Tahuti. I paid him $100, I think it was. You know what he did? I swear to God, illest shit ever. Take care of yourself, brother. Stop eating the poison. He looked into my eyes. It's called ideology or something with your eyes. This nigga told me everything that was wrong with me. I swear to God, I had 3 days because we postponed the trip. I supposed to left on a Wednesday, and I think we left 3 days after that. I went home. The pain was so bad at the time, I couldn't sleep on my back. But I went home. I've taken CK. I had to take stuff that would get rid of the inflammation, all this stuff, right? He looked into my mother freaking eyes, nigga, and told me everything that was wrong with me for $100. I said, this is really real, bro. Let's think about it.
I believe that. I believe that too. I believe that people do that.
Point of saying is that what we're doing in the United States, what we're eating is killing you.
I agree.
So if you take care of your health, you don't need the health care.
Well, it depends on what you're going to the doctor for, but I do agree with a lot of the stuff you're saying now.
Said that to you, right? I said that, unless I got shut up. Doctors, if you know about anything about medicine, most people don't know who Ibn Sina is. I put his name in here. I would sit in the doctor's office and ask them about who this man is. He don't even know who Ibn Sina is. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna post his name up here. Look him up. They changed his name to a Latin name, Averroes. Ibn Sina is his name. Look him up, right? When you go into the doctor's office, they ask you a question. What you here for? I'll be like, nigga, you support the fuck? Like, you know, but this is the weird part, right? They go to the computer to figure out what is wrong with you. If we was to teach our people to eat right, right? And teach them what is good, what we are doing to our people is killing us, bro. And this is why mentally
I agree.
So now you have people, cancer, and I tell people this all the time. Cancer is a German word which means crap. I said, what? And we sitting here allowing our wives or allowing our girlfriends to put aluminum deodorant underneath our arms, knowing what aluminum does to the breast. It causes cancer.
I don't use that, but good. I agree.
I'm speaking to everybody, not just you, because people don't know, and this is what you're supposed to be teaching people. You're putting deodorant underneath your underarms, which is causing the breast cancer, and you're using aluminum bras. So when you see people, right, you should be addressing these issues to help our people. We're eating meat that has worms in it. We are doing things. They used to, and if you study Ibn Sina or anything about medicine, right, they used to hang meat. This is how they knew how to. These are Muslims at that, y'all. They knew exactly where to build a hospital at. Hospital means hospitality. It's come from Islam too, for y'all that don't know. Hospitality. So they would put meat in a certain area, right? I don't eat meat. I ain't eat meat in 30 years, so I don't even eat fish.
I'm a vegetarian as well.
So the key is that they would sit meat, right? And the meat that we're eating is not like the meat over there. They do eat meat overseas, but I don't eat it. So they would sit meat. They slaughtered the meat in a certain way, like Jews, right? For instance, they would call things like the Colombian necktie, right? They would slit them the throat real fast, right? So that the shock of the animal, right, would not be in you. So when you put an animal, and let's think about this. Like, let's look at this for a minute. If you was in a cage and you know you're getting ready to die, what you gonna start doing? Panicking. Oh my God, pushing everybody away. You panic.
Shock,
that same shock,
stress.
That same shock and stress is in the cow. So now you're eating the cow. It's not about health. It's about how much money they can make. So that's why you slit the throat. It's just like in Judaism, you slit the throat real fast so they won't suffer, right? So they're so concerned about making money, they're going to do that. And that same DNA or that same thing is in you, and you're eating it no matter which way. And it's worms. So now the worms, they trickle up your brain. How do you take worms out your body? People don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Pumpkin seeds. You have things that you can take naturally that our ancestors was doing. So now, if we taught our children, my children don't touch none of that stuff, bro. My children was never raised with none of this dye. I'm telling you from my experience of why these things happen. My mother.
Imagine we taught that stuff to our people, though.
We're not being taught this, bro. And most of the conscious people are the ones that's eating poorly, piss poorly, right? My mother passed from, see, they took her pancreas out. And I'm going to get into this reparation and reason why I'm saying all of this, because we need to teach this. My mother had pancreatic cancer. I went to the hospital. My brother, because we all grew up in the same house, the same schools, and all of this, right? I was in Pennsylvania Hospital in Philadelphia. And this is what the doctor told my motherfucking sister. And I was ready to fuck the doctor up in the hospital. No lie. He told my oldest brother, my oldest sister, it was bad luck. I said, what the fuck? Like, mind you, I was the only one in my family as a vegan. So they told, now my brother is. So they told my brother and my sister that because of what she said it was bad luck. No, it was what she was eating over the years that affected it. Because the dye hardens the arteries up. The hydrogenated oils that we don't understand, the canola oils, they tell you this is parquet, not butter. They telling you it's plastic. So you're constantly giving this to yourself, your people. It's a plastic that hardens the arteries and clogs the system. My father, I was with him when he passed too. My father passed from cancer. He said it felt like something was scratching his insides. And I used to tell my father, it's no lie, I said this to my father before he passed away, and I gave him that movie, Constantine, before he died. That was the last movie he saw. The next morning, I saw my father when I had to go get him. Literally had to shut his eyes and move his hand. He was telling me the night before he felt something scratching his insides. Allahi, this is what I said to him. I said, Dad, your body is looking for nutrients. That's what I told him. What it is, even when I was raising iguanas, all my iguanas was dying. Why were they dying? I took them back. Thought they was bad batches. He said, no. He said, what are you feeding them? This is what the dude said. I used to have raised big iguanas. He said, what are you feeding them? I said, I don't know, the round lettuce. He said, no, you don't give that to them. He said, that's what, and they give this to people? Like, think about this for 1 second. I said, you give that to people? So what it is, when you don't have the nutrients in you, it starts eating you within. So it's like a car battery. If a car battery doesn't get that jump, the electric shock, right? You got to clean the post. So you got to clean your insides. So let's teach our people about that, right? Let's teach our people our health about how this works. Instead of running to the doctor because they told you got to get a COVID shot, or this is what, you know, come on, family. That's what we should be teaching people. And that's how you free people. You know, because I look at all these dudes and I all that crap. You know, hold up. There it is. So
Hey,
I'm not
Sabir.
here to tell. Hold up. Let me say this to you. I'm not here to have you follow me, worship me, believe me. No, live by example and stand on principles. Like you say, stand on business. I'm not here to have you follow me. I know what is going on. I lived it, and this is not something I'm making up. We have to literally teach our people these things. Then you will need these things that you have, because the whole system is still pimping you. Y'all should be researching what I'm showing you online. Research the insurance company. You should be asking me for that document right there. Ask me where that document come from. See, we want to try to attack somebody when you ain't doing the research. I did the research, and I don't get $100,000 for research. Researchers get over 100 grand for research. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not here to make you follow me or worship me or believe. I don't need you. Debunk what I'm saying, why I'm presenting the facts to you. So what you should be doing, because this is free, because people charge thousands of dollars to do this research or thousands of dollars to talk to them. I don't get thousands of dollars for this. So everything that I'm showing, I can back it up. And this is really what is happening. So let me show you something else before I forget. Let me show you this about research. Let me show you when I was in the law library and how I was digging up stuff on reparations. And I asked you about this, Eric. I said, have you ever seen, if you, Tariq, is talking about he's a researcher, then why haven't you actually went here and pulled documents like this up? This is in LexisNexis. What did that say right here, y'all? That's when I was in the law library, September the 2nd at 2:25 at 3:55, right? So, reparations for nations. What? That's in law. This is in the law library. You can't find this online. You have to sign up to LexisNexis to find out this. You can't get this online. And this is the thing. We want everything for free. Everything for free. But you go
Sabir.
to brother, are you hearing what I'm saying? I just need you to hear me.
I totally understand what you're saying. I was just going to ask you a question about what we were talking about earlier when I touched on the point that different people have different purposes while they're here on Earth. You know, everybody is not supposed to do the exact same thing that the other person does. So why can't different people operate in their area and it all comes together like a say a pizza does when it's finished being made. Things are added onto it as they make the pizza.
And what did I tell you after you said that? You don't even remember what I said to you. See, this is the thing about my brain. I remember everything you said to me. That's why I said I know you asked me 100 questions for 2 hours, right? So I said I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem. The thing, and anybody knows me, know I would sit with anybody. And I said, would they sit with me? No, they would not. And they can't tell you why they wouldn't sit with me. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a problem. You asked about Umar Johnson. I don't have a problem with him. I told you, if you go online and look up a radio show I did in Philly years ago, that same question came up. I said, the brother said, well, what's up with you on Umar? I said, I don't have a problem with Umar Johnson. I say the same thing with Tariq. But the thing is that if we're going to sit here and talk about, okay, if I don't know something, right? You do grafting, but everybody has to know their purpose also. If you don't know your purpose, somebody else will put you to work because they know what their purpose is. So everybody has a purpose. And I tell us all the time on my show, if I'm not good at something, I'm going to call Eric and say, well, Eric is good at doing shirts and stuff like that. I'm going to call him up because that's not my field. But I'm going to sit with you. I'm going to talk to you. But at the same time, I'm going to learn it at the same time. You see what I'm saying? That's not how these dudes are doing this thing right now, because everybody wants to be a Facebook or YouTube sensation. It's no authenticity in anything that these dudes are doing right now. There is no authenticity in what they're doing. So if I don't know, if I'm not good at something, I'm going to call you, Eric, and say, Eric, you good at doing such and such. What's up? Do this for me. That's not how these dudes operate, because they're not authentic. So everybody do have a purpose. And when I'm sitting on these shows every day, I'm pulling out what's already inside you. I'm not here educating you. I'm only pulling out what's already in you. And that's truly what education is. Education means to draw out what's already in you. So what it is, you don't see the difference in how the programming or the followership. And this is why I say I don't follow crowds. If I have something that you never saw before, like I just showed you, if I'm showing you this, you would think somebody would say, you think, or Tariq or somebody said, well, let me sit back and see what Sabir says about this. Now look what I'm pulling up. This is 18 pages. Look how many pages. I had to print this out in the law library. And I think it was like 25 cents per copy. You ain't give me no 25 cents per copy to run this in the law library. But look what it says. Sovereign Immunity, Foreign Immunity Act. How many people know about the Foreign Immunity Act? I'm going to go a little further in this. right?
Well,
So
that's why you're here, Sabir, to teach us that.
hold on.
And I mean, go ahead.
I don't get paid for it though. Tariq Nasheed
But
gets paid for that. For the
what?
gossip that he's talking, that's what he get paid for.
Look,
For the I don't get super chat. I don't get
I'm
super chat.
look. I am giving you a different perspective now. Like I said, I don't personally know Tariq Nasheed, but I understand what he speaks of and what he's talking about. My thing is that just because somebody get paid for it, don't mean that they need to be in another area.
No,
A
I didn't
doctor
say that.
gets paid for being a doctor, but that doesn't mean he doesn't need a lawyer. Something he
Listen,
might need a lawyer in the future.
I didn't say none of that. I said we're supposed to be doing the same thing, right? I'm supposed to get the same respect, the same finances.
I don't know why I can't hear you.
Okay, I don't even know what's going on. You might have to come back out. Are you moving around, bro? Are you good?
I'm not sure why I can't hear you.
All right, try to come back, come out.
No, I can't. Okay. All right.
And keep on. So this is the thing. I keep repeating myself over and over and over. No issue with it. I just keep trying to tell y'all what is going on. Like this is like James Small said the other day. This is hard as hell. I don't know if y'all know this, and I just make it look like it's easy. But I didn't call nobody out their name, and I keep trying to tell y'all. I don't get super chats at all from this. I don't, because it's not, to me, it's not about money, but you do need money to get stuff done. No doubt. You do need money to get stuff done. Karis one, he will beat this in my mother freaking head. Karis one said, if you do for people, the people should do for you. Karis one would always tell me that. And the key is that when you're putting pressure on a person that don't get paid for this, and you don't put pressure on the one that is getting paid for that. You see what I'm saying? You don't put pressure because that particular person will call you a tether, will call you a coon, will tell you that you got snatch stuff. I don't care about somebody getting money. They should get money. I'm happy for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not the type of person that say, no, you shouldn't. No, don't go over there and talk to this person. I don't do stuff like that because I understand and I know me. That's the I know.
Well, this is what I do. I listen to a series of different people and come to my own conclusion. Now, if I could benefit off of what a specific person is saying, then I'm gonna take what I could benefit from and leave the rest alone. You know, but as far as delineation, I mean, to me, it makes sense. But at the same time, everybody that's not from our group, so to say, is not necessarily an enemy.
This is the thing. You know what we killed? You know what Bobby Hemmett said? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Let me turn this on because that's something else I got from the law library. You know what? See, these y'all cats, y'all don't know these people that I know. Bobby Hemmett, we used to have National Black Theater. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Most of y'all don't even know who the hell Bobby Hemmett is and never had the pleasure of even being in a room with Bobby Hemmett. You know what Bobby Hemmett used to always say when he would come to the National Black Theater? This is no time to join no organization. That's what he would always say. This is no time to join no organization. What groups? What groups are we talking about? I sit with any group. You don't know. If anybody knows me, you know I'll sit with Ethiopians. I'll sit with Christians. If I'll be in Chicago, I go to the mosque, Miriam. I will sit with the Hebrew Israelite. I'm sitting with everybody.
Right.
I'm not. What groups are we talking about? If I go to the nigga that's still selling crack, I told you that when I was on the phone with you. I'm going back to Philly, niggas. I'll be on the corner with drug dealers. What did I just tell you when I went home? I'm sitting with Joey Molino, the mob dude that y'all see on Netflix. I know him, right?
Remember you did the interview with the lady inside the synagogue?
You follow me everywhere I've done, right? Them niggas don't do that. So what groups? I'm sitting with a dude that's a mob dude, and I'm taking pictures and laughing, saying, yeah, I don't know who's taking pictures because the feds might be taking pictures of us together, right? And they catch Sabir right there. But you know what difference is with me? I'm going to sit there, and if you question me about him or question me about my loyalty, I'm going to say my loyalty to the people, bro, not to one group of people. Not
so you let me ask you something. So do you think that somebody who considers themselves a FBA is loyal to just one group as far as hold on, because within that FBA, considering that it's described as being a lineage, there's a number of different people in that lineage. There's Christians, there's Muslims, there's so forth and so on. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're committed to one group when there's a bunch of different groups within that lineage.
But you
No, that's what he's. I heard him say that.
You said group. You said it don't belong to our group. That's what you said.
Well,
I mean, but isn't the
that
FBI the
meaning
same thing?
FBA. I said that
FBI is
meaning
the same
FBA.
thing.
But
say it again.
The
Say it
FBI is
again.
the same thing. The FBI got Christians, Jews, Hindus.
But I'm not talking
organization,
about
right?
the FBI. I'm talking about those. I'm talking about those who are descendants of the slaves that came to the United States.
But everybody was not slaves when they came to the United States.
Well, I understand that, and I'm not arguing that point.
So why do you keep focusing on just people? Why? This is the crazy part about black people. Y'all love misery, bro. Like
no, I'm far from miserable. I'm far from miserable. My life is I live a joyous life. I love life, but I do have information.
Listen, words have power. Stop.
And I agree.
So every time you say that, that's the energy that you're putting out. This is the weird. Like
every time I say what?
Every time you keep saying I'm a descendant of a slave, nigga. Everybody.
No, I mean look. I don't live my life like a slave. That's just a description.
Oh, that's what you, bro. Hold on, let me.
But the word slave don't apply to black people. It actually applies to people who come from Slovakia.
Let me help you out.
Well, according to what our ancestors experienced, they would disagree.
But what?
They would definitely disagree if you went up to them and told them they were not a slaves, only the Slovakians are slaves. They would definitely disagree with you.
If you would have called one of my ancestors with an afro a slave, they would slap the shit out of you, bro.
Okay, well they would have had to break their chains that came out of the cotton field first.
Hold on, let me explain this to you. You know, my boy just told me. Shout out to my brother Teray in Philadelphia. This is what he literally just told me when I got off the phone with you. He said that he met some dude in a car wash, intelligent dude from overseas. I think he's from the Middle East, whatever. He said that nigga was smart as hell. He said he was working at a car wash. He was making $5 a day, $5 an hour. He said, "Do you know that's slavery, right?" I said, "Yeah, niggas don't know that's slavery, but they don't know, brother. That ain't slavery we talking about. It's slavery, $5 an hour. Would you work $5 an hour?"
But the longest I've had a job in my life was probably like 7 or 8 months.
Ask you a question. I said the $5 part.
No, I wouldn't work for $5 an hour.
That's slavery. You know why? That's what they have to do. And what they do is they move in silence. So now when these people get together, what I told you that about the asabiya, the solidarity, right? I don't have to tell you what I'm doing publicly. Niggas on social media telling everything. So when you see these people, right, they gather together, asabiya, and what they do is they will gather their funds together and then they will move out and buy something. That's what we should do. Not on social media telling people tethers and coons, nigga. That don't make sense. And then you can deal with other nations of people. And then you can, because you're going to have to do business with whoever. You have to do business with other nations, period.
I agree. I totally agree with you, and I don't believe that he called everyone tethers, and he makes it clear that he doesn't.
This is the brother he disrespected on the line right here. That brother, the brother. Oh, I wish I had the video up here. That's the brother he disrespected. That brother didn't come on his show and said nothing. You know what the brother said? He said, "Yo, when you gonna sit down with Sabir Bey?" And he
said what?
That brother, right? He can tell you what he said to him. I wish I had the video up here, but this is what he said. The brother asked Tariq a question. When you gonna sit down with Sabir Bey? And he said it a couple of times, right? Then he said, "Why would I sit with a nobody?" Right? He said, "Well, you know who." See how I remember everything? He said, "You know who he is, right?" Tariq said, "Yes." It's a nobody. He said he only have 10 people following him. Why you? He said, "This is what he said. Why are you listening to a nobody?" That's what he said. Why are you?
Like I told you earlier,
brother, listen to me. I need you to hear me. I'm going to the point of with him disrespecting the brother. So the brother never said anything. The brother's Mexican, more, right? And he said, "Where you from? Morocco?" He knew that nigga wasn't from Morocco. He says it was an insult, right? But y'all, I know y'all like entertainment. So the brother was telling him, he said more, what do he call you? He said you more something, more, what? The disrespect. So respect goes both ways because that nigga would never.
He said you like to run. He said you like to run back to Mexico.
That nigga Tariq would never be in the hood talking to nobody, bro. You never see it. And I'm saying it, and I hope y'all share this to him. He would never, you never see him walking around. Never in your life see him walking around talking to nobody, bro. He's on social media doing that. And I told you, I'm a different breed, bro. I'm not that dude. I'm not the dude that you're gonna walk up and slap and think I'm gonna run around cars from your ass, nigga. It's gonna be a bloodbath out this motherfucker home. Trust me. And that's
the only thing that I'm not here to I don't know everything about Tariq life. The only thing that I'm saying is I understand the purpose of delineation, and he's not necessarily talking about delineation
some different words
from everybody.
You need some different words.
Okay. Well, separating to a certain degree.
Giving me words that somebody else keeps saying, and you repeated it.
Okay, Sabir. Okay, all I'm saying is that I understand the concept of what he's talking about, and everybody from other nations are not all enemies. Some of them are allies. That's what he says. So, and I could understand that.
But okay, so I'm not even his enemy. But then again, I might be his enemy, but I'm not his enemy. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm showing you something, brother, and saying you should research what I'm sharing with you, share it.
No, I agree. I'll look into it.
You follow me? So when I'm sharing with people and saying nobody paid me to do this. For me to go in to do this research, nobody paid me to do this, right? But let me show you something else, bro. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull something else up. Give me 1 minute, and I'm gonna show you how white people were slaves. The first slaves were white people. Facts. Let me show you right here.
I know that white people were slaves before. I understand that too.
So let's be fair on all of it. I don't take sides from nobody. Why haven't you seen a white person? Well, brother, because they got everything. That's what y'all say. But
why haven't I seen a white person? What?
Why haven't a white person cry for reparations? Well, brother, because they got everything.
Some of them did get paid for the slaves that they freed.
Listen, I'm gonna ask you this question again. Why haven't you seen a white person talk about reparations and ask for reparations?
Because they didn't work as hard as we did to build up build up a total country that was the most prosperous country in the world at the time that we've been existing, and on our ancestors' backs. That's why.
It wasn't just black
people.
But
there are people who went through less that did get reparations.
Brother, it wasn't just black people, okay? I need you to understand that. It was okay. It was a lot of people that had their hands in building this place, bro. Real rap. That's just
our ancestors came over that came over on ships, and some that was here actually participated in building it.
Not hearing what I said. They all had a hand in it. So my whole focus is this. I'm talking about reparations. In 1670, Virginia passed a law forbidding Negroes for buying white people. You were buying white people. Oh, brother, we didn't treat them the way they did it. Hold on, I'm gonna explain that too, just in case y'all want to go there.
Now let me ask you a question, Sabir.
I'm asking you a question. You asked me 100 this morning. Hold up 1 second. This was 51 years after the Negro had arrived. Ask me something about this, brother. Ask me what So 50 years after the Negro had arrived in chains, the same law was repeated in 1748. Negroes bought white people in such numbers in Louisiana that the state made a similar law in 1818. So my point is, spilled on this. Ask me something about this. Talk about that. So
I'll say what my answer to that is. That's their fight, and we got our own.
My point again, I'm not for no groups. It's about humanity. You don't get this.
In heaven, the heavenly world, I would agree. But at this point, brother, we have to do what we have to do to survive.
Every brother ain't a brother because the color of his skin. I keep trying to tell you this, brother. And
I understand that concept too. I understand that too.
My point to all of this: tell the truth. That's it. So if I see,
what is the truth?
Oh, what do you mean? What's the truth?
We're more. I mean, when you say tell the truth, I mean if the truth to some people, huh?
We all wasn't slaves, and a lot of our people.
I agree with that. That's why we all shouldn't be. That's why we all shouldn't be talking on reparations if we don't qualify for it.
Hold on, let's go to reparations real fast since you brought up reparations. Give me 1 second. Let's go to reparations for a minute. Can we go to reparations by definition?
Yeah, I mean, reparations is not something that we're just fighting for. That's something that we're owed. That we were also promised.
Let me ask you a question, Eric, because you're doing a lot of talking. Have you ever read the Constitution?
Part of it, not the whole thing. Why?
Anybody ever read the whole this thing right here? This thing? Do you know there's two types of due processes in this Constitution? Did y'all know that? Let me quote it. I think it's the 5th, Jarrell. It says, property can't be taken without life, liberty, and property without just compensation. Without just compensation. So let me explain to you what compensation is. Compensation is something from somebody. You have to compensate them. You follow me? If you read the 14th Amendment, mute your mic, bro, because somebody driving, bro.
Oh, yeah,
that's you. In the 14th Amendment, it's the fifth. Thank you, my brother. It's the Fifth Amendment, right? Now go read the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution, and you're going to see compensation in there. But the 14th Amendment does not say compensation. Let me explain how this works, right? So if you take and do something, they have to compensate you. When you take somebody's property, which slaves were property, right? You have to compensate the person. You are movable property. Let me help you out in law what it means. What you're driving is personal property, which is movable. You are blacks were movable property. Simple, not private property, personal property. Two different things that's there. So when you are holding on to slavery, which we are doing, I was a slave. You're property. They don't hide it from you. It's there. So when they said emancipate and proclamate, it was to be set free and then proclaim who you are. We haven't done it. That's what we should be doing. And that's what Noble Drew Ali was teaching. That's what he was teaching. Go back to the families of nations. There was no nation called black people. That's why I pulled all these laws up in the law library. So let's go to reparations for a minute. Because if you study reparations, you will know reparations for when nations fight one another. Let's see if we can pull that one up. Let's see. What does it say here on reparations? Okay, let's go down. Here you go. It'll tell you, it even speak about the Japanese during a war. Really? You see that? Japanese Americans who had been interned, right? During a war. Right? Then it goes and talks about what it does, its ancestors. So if you go to war, who went to war? Here it is right here again. A result in war in the U.S. Who went to war with black people? No one went to war with black people. So
why is it that certain I'll say scholars in our community that are older, why do they say that, which I asked you about earlier, why do they call us prisoners of war?
I don't know why. You got to ask.
Those are some of the ones that you respect too as well.
Hey, listen, let me share this with you, brother. Let me share this with you.
I'm listening.
I sat with Smalls about some things.
Right? Oh, so you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, brothers. But you know the beautiful thing about Smalls? He'll tell you he learned a lot. So see, the thing about what y'all watch old videos. That's the thing about YouTube. Y'all need to check the dates on these videos for real. So when Smalls was sitting here, he came on my show the other day randomly, and he tell you how far I've been, where I've been, and he said to walk with Malcolm, he said, and to see me right now at this time, he saw both, right? So if I'm bringing this information to him, he's there to suck it up. I got it. I'm looking at it different now. The ego was stopping our people, right? The ego.
Sabir, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What about the Seminole War? Was the Seminole War?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Was the Seminole War? Was the Seminole War a war?
See, listen, I did a book on it. You should get that book I did on it. You should get the book I did.
On the Seminoles?
Yes, I did. Oh, I told you I got a lot of books.
But was that a war? Was that a war that our ancestors fought?
Yes, they went to war.
Okay,
you know
so we did fight a war, right?
Hold up, you don't ask me. Yes, a lot of
questions. Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead.
Purchase the book. I don't get paid from Super Chat, okay? But
all right.
Have you ever? I mean, how many people ever was in the military? If you was in the military, you know what war is, right? You fought, right? You fight another. You fight another nation, right? Right? That's war. War.
Well, it wasn't our nation we were fighting. It was the nation that put us in slavery.
You said war, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But I just showed you in the LexisNexis about war. Let's go back just in case you didn't pay attention to it. Let me show it.
While we're going back, just remember our ancestors were still in slavery at that time, and some had escaped. And so let me ask you this:
Was the United States established at the time?
See, this is what he was doing earlier. So every question I was asking him, and he's not responding to anything I'm talking about.
Was the United States established at the time?
He asked me a million and one of these questions, right? I'm keep addressing all these issues, but I'm trying to help him, right? So
was the United States established at the time?
Brother, listen to me. I can pull something up to show you when I was in Morocco how United States was recognized by Morocco. I was in Morocco. I saw it on the wall.
Are you talking about during the time of the Seminole War?
Brother, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to explain this to you first because you asked me a whole lot of questions. I just answered for 2 hours early today.
They are relevant, though.
You still haven't looked up anything I just said.
I'm listening, Sabir. I'm listening.
I know, but you know what you're going to tell me? Oh, I'm driving. I ain't too busy.
No, I'm listening. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm listening. I'm listening.
One thing at a time, okay? So
all right.
I understand. It takes a lot to do this shit, bro. Again, I don't get paid for this. Okay, I just keep reminding you.
I get it, and I admire your hard work.
Now, this is again. You see where it says nations again? This is from LexisNexis in the law library. I told everybody, right? If everybody got together, right? You can meet me down at UCLA and get a room, and we can all be in UCLA, and I can help y'all out right in the room. In Philadelphia, to rent the room in Philadelphia was $50 an hour. You know how many people contacted me? 0. So I'm telling people, if you want to fix this reparations thing, let's sit and let's pull all the laws out on reparations. But niggas ain't got that kind of time. Follow me?
Yeah, some do. Some do. You just have to find the right ones. Everybody have their own call.
I've been doing this for 30 years, brother, and on live every day. How many times I'm on this feed, y'all? How many times I'm on YouTube?
Our ancestors didn't get out of slavery in one generation, so it can't be done. It may not necessarily be able to be done in one generation. So it may be another generation we hand the torch to.
But you have to spark it, and what I'm doing is sparking it, and the people that is trying to stop it is the ones that look like us. Is not one European has ever came to me and said anything to me and tell me to stop. You know what they do? They email me and they say, brother, I commend you.
I love what you're doing, and I understand the knowledge that you have when it comes down to the law. I'm not fighting against that. The information that you have, it's like priceless. But that's not the point that I'm making.
So
I'm making the point that you have your area of expertise, and he may have his. Tariq may have his own area of expertise, and those two expertise can come together.
You don't want to come together. Brother,
well, I'm not saying that he does, but I'm just showing you what the picture that I'm drawing.
Please stop saying that to come together. I don't have. Let me make this very clear for y'all one more time. I have no problem with Tariq or Umar. If Tariq called me today or tomorrow and says, Sabir, I want to sit with you, not a problem. I'm fine. I'm just sharing with you. I'm trying to show the difference between boys and men. Okay. I'm trying to tell you why he don't want to sit with me. Because if you sit in a room with somebody like me, it's going to shake his shit up. He's my light is over there. They're taking the light from me. I heard that conversation before. I told y'all what happened when I was in Atlanta. And this is not ego. I was in Atlanta and I saw a brother. Only people that know I talked to them privately know who I was talking about. And when I walked into this particular restaurant, right, the dude said, Sabir, you're coming to take my light. Allah, I'm not here to take nobody light from them, brother. I'm not concerned about the light. I am the light, period. I'm not concerned about their light. Only people who feels inferior do things like that. I don't. This is why you don't hear me say I'm King Kong. You don't hear me say I'm the best. You don't hear me saying all those things. Why? I let the work speak for itself. That's the type of person I am. So I don't have an issue with him. So if anybody think that I do or jealous, he has nothing for me to be jealous of either. For real. Okay? So America belongs to FBA. No, the hell it don't. America. Tell me what America is. Somebody said that. What is America? What part of America? South America, Central America, North America? Which America are we referring to? See how that works with me? I got an answer for everything, backed up with facts. So let me go here real quick to show y'all something about me speaking. My brother Toure, I wish I can find the video. I spoke on reparations here before there was a Tariq Nasheed. You can Google this, y'all, and you can look it up. That says Thursday, the 24th of January, 2008. You can go look this up online and find it. I spoke there. My mother passed away on the 8th of January, that same year, right? My brother Teray said, Sabir, I wasn't going to go. My brother Teray said, no, your mother will want you to go. Why am my name at the top? I didn't arrange this. I did not arrange that. Not at all. But I went here. I got to be invited to be here. There was 2 attorneys on this panel, and I wish I can find the video. That was in 2008. Where was Tyreek or any of these people in 2008 talking about reparations? You can Google that flyer and it'll pop up. If you Google Sabir Bey and reparations, that would actually pop up, right? But you
are you arguing the Sabir? Are you arguing the point that somebody who comes in later in the stage of the fight of reparations is not qualified to speak on it?
Listen, I'm not arguing anything. I'm presenting facts to you. So the argument of the argument, I said, if somebody, again, if I know you been doing this for so long, I'm going to say, Eric, you do printing, right? Oh, that brother been doing it for a minute. I don't know too much about it, but let me figure out his expertise. That's my point. This is what I'm talking about, the selfishness in Black people, the selfishness. And this is what people are looking at around the world and believing that they are entitled to something. Follow me? I've been blessed.
From my understanding, he has spoken with some of the elders who've been dealing with reparations for a long time.
Listen to me one more time. Listen to me again. If he knows me, right, and I know him, and I was in the club, do you think that I would not? You know how many times I called James Smalls to get him paid, or James Smalls?
No, I'm not talking about James Small, because he's not the only one who's dealt with reparations.
You're talking. If he knows me, and you know me, you would think somebody would say, well, let's talk to Sabir for a minute. He's been there, did it all that, right? Okay, well, let's see what he knows. I just laid everything out for you now. From law, you still not getting a point, and you still defending. That's the key.
No, I get the point, and I'm not necessarily defending him as much as I am defending the purpose of what he's talking about.
Listen to me again. I said to you, if I don't know something, I'm going to contact you, Eric. You follow me? I'm going to contact you, Eric, and say, Eric, I don't know too much, but I do know you personally that I can call you, right? And say, da-da-da-da-da-da. You follow me? That's not in these dudes' nature, bruh, because they're not trying to be losing followers or whatever. You follow me? So when I was here, look at me on my face on here. This is my mother passed away. My face, I was hurt that day, bruh. And if it wasn't for my brother Teray, how could I focus when I just saw my mother take her last breath home, bruh? We can be very, and I'm sitting here coming to an event to wake motherfuckers up. And my boy Teray is the one that said go. Where? That's all I'm showing. I'm just showing you the receipts, brother. That's it. You can take it or leave it. So when I was here,
okay.
Listen to me. I need you to tell. I'm gonna tell you the story. There was a brother in the audience, and that facial expression is when I questioned the dude that said he was asking me something about reparations. And I said, I quoted the Constitution and what I just told you about the compensation in the Constitution. This dude, and he stood up and thought that he was going to go head to head with me. He sat his ass down. He was in law school. So don't think that you can come at me. I already know these things. I just don't talk about it because they're irrelevant to me now. You follow me? They're irrelevant. So let me show you the attorneys that I had on the panel. You can Google all of this. If you punch in my name, those are 2 attorneys right there. This guy here in the black, this right there in the kufi. These 2 dudes. And then you see me sitting there with the Moroccan flag, and I have the continental flag. America is a continent, not a country. It is a continent, not a country. One more time. America is a continent.
I understand that. Canada, America, Mexico, and going down to Brazil. I understand that.
Do you see any of them dudes that's sitting on that panel with this pro-black that's fighting for reparations? All of them. Why don't they have those things in front of them? I'm trying to make.
I don't believe Tariq. I don't believe Tariq is trying to be a lawyer. That's the whole point that
I'm saying. Nobody said that, and if I wanted to say, I would have said it. Nobody said that. I'm not a lawyer. I am a lawyer, but I'm not. I'm a jurist, but I am not talking about being a lawyer. there's irrelevant subjects again, just like you asked.
Well, it's relevant because you're saying why doesn't he have the papers in front of him?
I'm not talking about. I said these people, brother. You listen. You're not listening.
Okay, well I misunderstood which people you're talking about.
Dudes that's sitting in on this panel. Why don't you see those flags in front of them or explain it? That's all I said, bro. You don't want to Tariq because you're speaking too fast.
No, I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
I just said it to you. I'm scared to time. The 3 dudes that's sitting on the panel with me, right? I'm sitting there with the flags to represent, to demonstrate on a day that I didn't even bury my mother while we sat up here trying to get my mother's funeral together. I'm sitting here demonstrating to college students. You follow me? College and law students, bro. I didn't go to law school, but I studied law for damn near 30 years. How many hours you need law? If I'm showing you law, then you should be like, okay, let's figure this thing out together. That's not what these dudes want to do.
When you say these dudes, who are you talking about?
It could be Tariq or anybody else that's speaking on reparations. You pick the point.
I mean, that's just like saying that's just like me saying that. Hold on, let me just say this right quick. That's just like me saying, like, when he's making his documentaries, that like you're not on the side of him while he's making his documentaries. Are you supposed to be on the side of him and let him explain to you how to make a documentary?
No, I really wasn't, and I wasn't, and I didn't get paid from it. I was in the first one, and I didn't get paid from it. So
right, but I'm saying, but my question to you is, are you supposed to sit on the side of him while he teaches you how he makes his documentaries? Like you're saying that somebody, hold on. Like you're saying that somebody should be sitting down with you and allowing you to teach them the law on the side of you with some papers.
Listen, let me help you out. Just in case you know how to. They say ignorance of the law is no excuse. Every time I'm on his feet, I'm teaching y'all law for free. And I challenge any attorney. I keep trying to tell you this. I did classes on all this. I keep trying to tell you, you should get my classes. I don't care who. So let me explain this to you. Tariq Nasheed got my documentary, Noble Drawley documentary. That's what influenced him. He if you go online and punch in Sabir Bey, Noble Drawley, he bought that documentary off of me on Wilshire Boulevard. You in LA, you know where it's from, where Wilshire Boulevard. Right. I told this, I was at James Ingram's office, the singer. All Tariq, you don't tell me I'm lying. Get to Tariq and tell me I'm lying. He bought it. I was with my nephew. I can call my nephew in Philly. He was with me when he was living out here. He bought the documentary off me on Wilshire Boulevard, walked into the office of James Ingram, the singer. Rest in peace. And Tariq bought the documentary off me at an ATM machine, the Bank of America. 2 years later, that's when he made Hidden Colors, and he called me. He said I worked. So being on what? So you have to go to somebody, not a nobody. You follow me? That's my point. I know people like him. I'm not from Cali, and I'm not from down south. I'm from South Philadelphia. We a different breed of shit, bro. Different breed on so many levels of this shit. So we can see through the bullshit with people, and that's just the reality. And we blunt with our shit too in Philly. Just being real with you. So
I agree, and I believe that we have our own area of expertise, and we also add to the flavor. I mean, I'm not mad because y'all on the East Coast are skilled in certain areas that the West Coast are not, and vice versa.
But this is the thing. I don't have a problem with that. I represent both. I'll be like this, East, West, nigga. It's all me. You don't get it? So I don't have a problem with none of these people. When I came to California, let me tell you something. When I moved to Cali, I told y'all a story about the Mexican brother. This Mexican dude gave me $500 on Hollywood Boulevard. I didn't even know him. I was going to start radio. I did radio in Philadelphia from 2003 to 2009, right? I walked away because our people wasn't supporting truth. I moved to California late 2009, and I've been out here ever since, right? I remember I went to LA Talk Live on Sepulveda, and I remember I came on as a guest, and the person, my GMs was from Philly, but they had a radio station. This is when internet came, and they said, like, yo, you should start a show. I said, man, I'm done with radio. I don't want nothing to do with radio. And this is when the internet stuff started popping, right? And whatever y'all call it, podcast. And the dude said, yo, you should start a show. I said, man, I ain't starting no show. I said, how much is it? Then he started giving me the numbers. I said, nigga, I ain't paying to be back on radio. I was paying in Philadelphia. I went in debt being on the radio in Philly, right? Because if I was paying my own money, no one can tell me what to say. That's how I was. If I'm paying my money, you can't control me. And that's what it was. So my man, the Mexican brother Sal, came to me and said, yo, Sabir, meet me on Hollywood Boulevard. He met me on Hollywood Boulevard. He went in his trunk. I can still remember when this shit happened. He popped the trunk and pulled out like 500 ones in a brown paper bag. Mexican dude, I ain't even freaking know him for real. And I thought I was doing a drug deal, nigga. So he had 500 ones wrapped up. And he said, I'm going to give this to you. He said, I don't know you, but I feel your spirit. He said, start the show. Because he sat on the show one time and he saw me making the connection with the Mexicans and us, right? How all of them were Moors, right? Because I came in LA, I said, niggas, they over here fighting each other? Like, what the hell? Like, I came in there, I was a shock. I said, damn, Mexicans fighting brothers? Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all, right? So he paid me, he gave me 500 ones, and then he did it again the next week. I can't even get $100 from people on this feed, and I'm telling you the truth. But you want me to suck up everything. But this is what I want y'all to understand about people. I judge people by their character, not what they say. Your conduct and your character. You can say all pretty words, baby, I love you, and beat your wife the hell up. You follow me? I never beat up a woman. But you can say I love you, baby, and beat your wife up. And this is why I said, watch the things that come out of niggas' mouths. Watch the actions of what they're doing. It's your actions. And that's how I look at people. I judge you on your character. Period. Not because, oh, he don't like me. He may not like you, but they can like me. You follow me? Some people, we don't like each other. So when I hear people say Africans don't like us, I never ran across an African that didn't. I've been in a lot of places. I've seen it. It's your character, right? It's your character. So when you're throwing stones at people, people are going to come back and hit you too. It's just like if you shoot somebody. If you shoot somebody in the leg, they're not going to come back and shoot you in your leg. They're going to come back and take you the fuck out of here, nigga. That's the reality. I know y'all don't live in a real life, real world, but that's the reality of what happens. So you treat everybody fairly and you stand on the principles. And the principles is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Those are the principles that we need to teach our people. Again, I'm not here to knock and beat on black people, but we need to teach our people the principles.
I agree. I agree that our people need to know the principles
of give and take.
I also,
That's it. Give and take. If I give you something, then I should receive. Give and take. If I see doing something, that's me. And I'm learning that not just from my people, I'm learning that from people in and of itself.
Right.
That, period. When you go into a certain country, they open up their house to you, my G. Niggas be like, nigga, I got my house, nigga. You ain't coming to my house. This is the reality.
Well, this is what I wanted to add to what you said. I believe that our people should know the elementary principles. At the same time, I also believe that people can learn more than one topic. That's why in school they have like 5 or 6 different classes.
How many topics I just gave you? Now let me be real with you. My sister's on here too. She's a school teacher. How many topics do y'all hear me talk about? Probably in one show.
Well, I'm not talking about just you. I mean, different. Go ahead.
Sabir, what was the question?
How many topics do I talk about on this feed?
How many times do you talk about what on this feed?
How many topics do I talk about? Period.
Oh, you explore many topics. You don't stick to one particular
law,
topic.
Science, right? And what do I do?
But you work them interchangeably. You connect them.
And I teach it to you, the public, right? For free. I'm teaching it to you. So what you can do is grab hold of it and then say, I'm going to do the same thing. So I teach multiple things on multiple levels. Most people don't have that. I'm not.
I mean, I feel like he relates it to the real world. He uses books to relate to the real world. He uses movies. He uses things that he's already created himself to really get people to understand what is going on in this country. It's not just a particular piece of topic or a particular way. No, it's complex. He uses music to relate. It's a lot of ways he is implementing the information so that he can get you to see it in multiple in multiple avenues so that your
And
mind is not stuck in one way.
that's what he's gifted at.
But everybody has a gift, brother, and this is
And that's exactly the point the reason why I said that's what you're gifted at, because everybody has their own gift. And so some people have, because some people have different gifts, they use it in different ways.
You listen, let me tell you something. And you can also use things in a bad way too. I keep telling you.
I totally agree. I agree with that too.
I started reading the Quran a lot, right? And it started talking, I don't know, I just started getting back into the Quran. It was weird, right? And it was talking about hypocrites and what people do. And I'm like, God, you know, I'm serious. This is my mental. I'm looking at bees, right? And ants, right? Because, you know, they got stories in the Quran about that. And I watched the bees and I watched the ant. And it's weird to me that I'm watching nature, protecting the hive, right? I watched that guy, Jason Statham. I think that's his name. Go watch that movie called The Bee, or something like that. With what's her name in it? What's it? Felicia Rashad. I think that's her name, Felicia Rashad. She's in it.
Right.
And you got to pay attention to the subliminals in that mug, bro. Like he said, you got to protect the hive. And what they were doing to people in the computer world, right? How they was ripping people off, right? And what happens, she killed herself in the movie. I think it's Felicia Rashad in the beginning of the movie. So he was a person, right? Thank you, the Beekeeper. Thank you, bro. Go watch The Beekeeper. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to understand what it is with dudes on social media and how you have to protect the hive. I'm like the person that's protecting the hive. And it made me go read the Quran about the bee. I said, oh, wait a minute. This is crazy, right? So if you watch the movie, they didn't care about what people felt. And this is what I'm seeing on social media. They don't care about people. They just want to see how many people following them. I got 30,000. I got this many people. You follow me?
I think that's a matter of perception. I think that I think that's a matter of individual perception, and that's why you have different groups following different people, which people should just follow the truth. You don't. But at the same time, the point that I was making is the different perception.
Hold up, you're not going to stop me from my thought because you keep saying.
Go ahead.
Read what truth. Listen to me, brother. I need you to hear me.
Well, when I said that, I wasn't speaking of any specific topic. I was just pointing out the fact.
Listen, the fact is
truth.
The fact is that you're not black. That's the fact.
Well, okay, and I agree. I agree. I agree. According to. Go ahead.
I'm going back to the movie again. I'm saying to you to look at the movie for a reason. And then I said, read the Quran about the bee and understand the hypocrites. I'm sharing these things with you so you can understand my mindset, how I see what you don't see, because you can't see what I see. So I've been in a radio game for a long time, right? This is why real dudes have to be in a room to go head to head with somebody. These dudes are on social media. So the media is manipulating the people and ripping the people off. So I've been around people who spent $3 grand on paperwork and then get mad at the whole movement and say, well, that stuff don't work. No, I'm giving you me. Here it is. What's up? Like the 100 questions you asked me today, and the 100 questions over and over and over, and I answered all of them. And I said, go research, watch the movie. So somebody has to protect the hive, bruh.
Well, I understand that concept too. And like I said, I understand when it comes.
That's my baby. No, somebody's asking my Cash App. Yes, I only have a boy and a girl. Well, I had 3 boys and 1 girl, but I still got my son.
Like I said, there's certain people background that I don't know about. So I'm not on any specific body's team, so to say. One thing that I can understand, like I said, is the purpose of wanting to have a specific people identity protected so that it won't get erased and so that other people can't infiltrate it, so to say, because of the different cultures that we grew up in and the different things that we have that are valuable that needs to be protected, because every different nation of people protect their own nation. They gatekeep their own culture and their own groups.
This is the thing, bro. We already had it. We ignored it. Yes, it's my baby girl that's on it, sister. Yes, my daughter's on my Cash App. This is the thing. We already had it, brother. We're
Had
more.
what?
We already Moors. Again,
well,
listen, hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm a gatekeeping. There, dude, you have no idea the infiltration that's been going on.
No, I understand. Believe me, I understand.
You understand that you will not keep bringing this up. I'm trying to share with you what happened. I'm telling you factual, not what Tariq be talking about out the side of his neck. I witnessed these things, being firsthand with these things. So the information or the books that I'm sharing with you, you should get them. You should find them.
Right. You text me some information. Did you text me the name of the books?
So let me explain to you this. Because we were starting to wake up, they plant people in certain places to distract you. There's a chapter in The Art of War, right? It says, if you reward all of them, go read The Art of War. Y'all think I'm lying. Look up that quote. If you reward all of them, there would not be enough to go around. So you reward one of them so that one can influence the rest. Nigga, that's game, boy. I said, what? So once I teach people The Art of War, I shouldn't be having to teach you this. I used to walk in the attorney's office, brother, and quote The Art of War. They would get mad at me. They said, what you talking about? What you know about that? They'd be pissed off. What you know about that? I don't supposed to be telling you this, bro. I'm supposed to be pimping you. The thing is that you can't find no dirt on me to say that I did X, Y, and Z. You know why? I research everybody's background.
Sabir, I understand. I understand the value of the law, the information that you have. I understand that, and I get what you're saying. Believe it or not, right now about the Art of War and basically the whole concept of infiltration. I understand that.
You got to watch. You got to pay attention to it. So when you heard Smalls talk about this, right? Everybody's talking about Smalls and Smalls said Tariq Nasheed is a CIA operative. I don't know, but the key to all of this, bro. Let me be real. If you study, you got to understand where he came from. He came from that damn era. Let me tell you how cool Malcolm was. The FBI can't amount. This is me. I'm gonna tell you a story. Anybody knows, and Brother Lance, you know that Taj and us have always challenged courts, challenged jurisdiction. We all been locked up. We all went through this shit, right? Ain't no feds have ever came to Brother Taj or myself ever, right? But you don't see the cap up when Tariq said that the feds came to his house. Nigga would show me the videos. Where were they at? I can tell you about when the feds came. Tell you some shit, right? In New Jersey, we used to put liens on judges. This is how ill we was, bro. That's when they're going to come at you. We used to put liens on judges that the judges used to say they can't use their credit cards. They couldn't do this. They were saying all this stuff, right? I swear to God, nigga. I was in Camden, New Jersey, right? In a court. And this is when I started radio. This is around about 2003, 2004, right? I went to the courtroom in Camden, New Jersey. Anybody know Camden courtroom, right? They had U.S. Marshals, I swear to God. Like, the way they got the Moors was ill because they were doing some shit, right? So they had black helicopters in the mother freaking coming to get niggas at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, nigga. Like, and the weird part was my name was on that paperwork. I was sitting there like, nigga, like, I swear to God. Listen, I'm sitting in Camden and we had this long table. And I remember this, right? And I used to sign these. That's why I don't sign papers. When people say, "So, Sabir, can I get your signature to be national?" I was like, "No, nigga, my name ain't on shit, nigga." Right? So I'm sitting in the room, and I remember me signing. Like they used to run the papers down, right? And everybody would sign their name on it. I said, damn. So in my head, I'm like, these niggas, what I mean, they gonna come at my door, but they was coming at everybody. They came and got these sports, and they recently just got out of jail. I'm not lying, about a year ago from back then. So let me tell you what happens. Because what people do with power, bro, and this is with anybody, if you don't control it, you can abuse somebody. That's what I was telling you about the social media, the abusement. What made her shoot herself because they abuse their positions and their power. You follow me? That's what I'm watching on social media right now. So when they came and got everybody, I remember that day. I'm in the courtroom. Now, mind you, this is my first year on radio. I'm sitting in the courtroom. I swear to God. They ran some charges off, bruh. I'm sitting here tripping. I swear, this is me in the courtroom. Not lying. I'm doing this. I'm going further and further down in the court chair, right? Because shit that went on. And then when you hear them run the charge and say, well, this judge said he couldn't do this, and this person couldn't do this, and they couldn't get a car for their wife. And it reminded me of that movie Enemy of the State when Will Smith couldn't swipe his shit. You remember that part? That's that was going on. So we knew how to do it. So when niggas make up things and say, well, the feds never came to me. They never came to Ty. Now, my sister did say, Sabir, you on the watch list. She did say that. She said, I Googled your name and they had me on this watch list. And I don't care. Because you know why I don't care about them following me? Because if something happened, they know who did it. That's me, because I know I'm doing this right. You follow me? But the thing is that to make up stories that the feds came to your house, because what you are not saying anything that's threatening. You're not doing anything to the establishment to threaten them. We would challenge courts, bro. Moors was literally challenging the courts. You know what the niggas over there would say? Or the Moors got, y'all got locked up, didn't work up. But the niggas was challenging them and they still didn't stop. The only thing you can do to somebody that knows this, right, is to lock them up, and they're a dangerous motherfreaker. So everybody has their purpose. So maybe some people have to get locked up, right, to educate the people that's inside there. You see how that works? So Tariq and his crew never did that. I told you earlier, if these niggas had the buck for revolution for real and fight, ain't none of those foundational Black Americans gonna fight, bro. You know why? Number one.
Well, see, well, hold on, because wait a minute. No, I'm not saying. Listen to me, Sabir, for a second. Now, when you say foundational Black Americans, the thing is that there's 48 million. Well, how many in this country that falls under that definition? And you have all different types of people that fall under that.
Clear this then. I'm talking about the ones that's on social media. Then how about that?
Okay, all right, that's different then.
Them niggas ain't, because everybody don't call themselves foundational Black American. But them niggas ain't going to go bust a grape in a fruit fight. And I told you that, right?
Right. Go ahead.
They're not going to sit in jail. They're not going to get shot. They're not going to do none of that. Stop it, bro. And this is a fact.
Well, I didn't know you were talking about just the people on social media. I thought you were talking about in general.
Come on, brother. You don't remember me having that conversation with you earlier?
Well, okay, go ahead. Okay, all right. I understand what you're saying now.
See how you forget?
Come on now, Sabir. I'm
just being real. So those are the people that's not going to fight back, bro. They're not. They're going to hoop and holler at each other. And I said this to you earlier too, right? Remember when Mike Epps was on the show? Remember I told him he was on Jim Jones' show? And he said, yeah, you can flaunt on your own people, but don't you flaunt on us, the white man, because we're going to take you down. Didn't I say that to you? So you can flaunt on your people, but you better not flaunt on them, because they can say we can destroy you. So when you create a image, or y'all say cosplaying, and when you stop cosplaying, right, that costume playing shit,
right,
you're going to lose your audience. And I'm the dude that's going to make you lose your audience if you come in the arena with me, brother. I'm just being real with you. I'm me 24/7 around the clock. No matter where I'm at, I'm Sabir Bey, the dude with the jeans or the sweatpants. Okay, not dress up, and my real hair, and it's not that, it's real.
Right.
Okay. So the real me, not the fake me. So when you create this character, you got to keep that character going. It's like a movie, bro. So once you're not there in character, niggas gonna say you a fake motherfucker. See, real recognize real. So when I'm sending this information to you, right, I'm saying empower yourself. I have no problem sitting with no one. They got a problem sitting with me, period. Because I got the arson. Let me show you something else I put together, brother. And I've been over to, I can do this 24 hours. You know that, right? But let me show you some stuff. Let me help you out. Would you consider these people Black? I got this book if you want to get it. Let me help you out.
Now I don't see. It's a frozen image of you on the screen, on my screen, so you're not moving. So I don't see what you're showing.
Okay, can you see it now?
Okay, yeah, I see it now.
So let me ask you a question. How many of y'all familiar with this? This is a case in California. Did y'all know that? The Chinese were Black because they was not white under the writing of Justice Murray. Are y'all familiar with that? I have the book if you want to buy it. And I have
I'm not familiar with it.
See how that works? So let me explain this to you. Chinese people was classified as Black.
Say it again.
Chinese people was classified as Black.
Okay.
It's a status. It had nothing to do with complexion, right? So the key is to this. If we're not talking about complexion, now I'm gonna help you out on what this case is. Thank you, Brother Jarrell. The case is called Yellow by Law. I do have the case and I do have the book. The book is called Race Law Stories. I have the hard copy or the PDF, and you can get both of them, right?
Right. Right.
These people was classified as black, and they said, no, this is who we are, right? Going back to their nation. That's what they're doing. So
right.
Also, Italians was classified as black. I don't know if y'all know the history, and they was lynched in Louisiana too, around the same time. These are the things. So are they talking about a complexion or are they talking about a status? It has nothing to do with complexion. So if we are coming to our people and saying, yo, free yourself, big, this is who you are. You want to fight us? Really? I'm telling you, you're not a black person.
Now, are you saying that because of the description FBA don't want to release this? Don't want to release the status of being black, understanding that that's a status rather than identity, so to say.
It is. It's a status, brother. You just don't understand status. That's why I said
right.
This is why they say ignorance of the law is no excuse. They
right.
Say that right. Don't they say that? But who really? Who's teaching us the law?
Nobody. That's why I say I respect what you're doing. What's up?
Don't say nobody, because I do it every day, and I have classes.
I'm about to come in.
So if somebody's teaching you the laws, right? The traps, so you won't get caught up in the traps, and that's what I'm here for. I don't want you in the traps, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. So let me show you something else. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna pull another one up.
Okay.
So when people do research, right? This is me in Portugal. I was in Portugal.
Even though I get what you're saying about the status thing, I don't think that has anything to do with FBA fighting to be called black,
brother,
so to say.
It's not. Listen, what we're doing, brother, is we're hurting ourselves with this. That's what we're doing.
Well, I understand what you're saying when you look as a whole. As a whole,
it's self-explanatory. If you say it's hurting us, then why do you? Or you want to keep?
No, because see, I think I go deeper than.
You think I?
Let me get you to understand this. Huh?
This information. You think I really can't go deeper in any of this information? I do.
No. What I'm saying is that when I talk about FBA and about the delineation thing, I'm not just talking about that because of FBA, because I believe that we're the true Israelites. So even throughout history, the Israelites were a separate people. So when we talk about FBA, that's just to me, that's another form of being identifying ourselves as an individual nation rather than entangling or considering ourselves just one people, because even through history, all nations, there were many different nations of people, and they've always done the same thing.
Brother, if the will is there, why we keep creating the will?
Well, I don't think that we're creating it. I think that's life.
I told you, you didn't hear what I just said. I just told you what it was, and you still not acknowledging what I just said.
Say it again.
I said, if we already were Moors, right? What did we fight for? What is the, like, what I'm trying to figure it out. Let me take you back just for a second, okay? I was in Portugal. I want you to see something that was on the wall in Portugal in 1372. You see what it talks about here, where it says it was conquered from the Moors by King Alfonso in 1147. This is not, you see me use Wikipedia not one time. This is me in Portugal. We never know that, right? Well, yo, brother, we're not Moors. So I'm gonna see if I can run through this real quick for you. This is me in Portugal. The Moors by King Alfonso. And I even went to Alfonso Damn Monument. That was the crazy part in Portugal. In Portugal. So let me share this with you. Let me give you another one. Let me find the other one when I was there to show you what I'm talking about. The difference between cats that keep talking and don't show you anything. Right? Give me
like I said with you earlier, I've been studying for a few decades myself, but it's just not the same. It's just hasn't been law.
Let me show you. This ain't law right here. What I'm talking about. It's hip hop though. Let me go.
Well,
here.
not the nation's law, I'll say.
Well, hold up. This is another one when I was over there. You see this? This is in 1147. The conquest of Lisbon from the Moors. We wasn't black people. So the people that you got was from where? Where did they get those people from? You keep saying that you're descendant of slaves, right? So what was these people? If I'm showing you this, right? This, bear with me. That's it, right? Conquered from the Moors. Let me show you another one.
Can you hear me, Sabir?
Yes, I can. I can hear you. Yeah. So let me show you. Yes, I can hear you, brother. I hear you. I can hear you. See how you see what you got to go through with our people. So this is me. This is me in Portugal right here. You see this?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Now, do you see the? Hold up, brother.
I can see what you're showing right now.
This is in Portugal. That book that I'm holding in my hand.
Sabir, can you hear me?
Bro, you messing my flow up, bro. Like, yes, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Well, because you moving around. I can't help that. You can sit down. He said you're moving around. So this is in Portugal right here, right? The book that I'm holding in my hand says Portuguese in West Africa, and it speaks about the Moors of Guinea. This is called Central Coachal Cabo Verde, which y'all in the United States would say Cape Verde. It's called Cabo Verde, right? That's me in Portugal with the book in my hand. I told you I travel with books. So let me show you another one of how this works. It was up here. In 1 minute. Where is it at? There's a head that's there. It's called the 7 Castles in Portugal. The 7 Castles. Where is it at? It got to be somewhere. I know I ain't take it down. Where are you? Here you go. So this is the seven castles, and I went to, I think I went to 4 of these castles, 4 of the castles, right? And to go to these castles, it takes you about 2 or 3 hours to go to these castles. Again, I'm not getting paid from y'all to do this. So you see me pointing to the Moorish head right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 7. I went to 4 and I did a book on 2 of the castles. That's the Moorish head. This is in Central, right? So before we was even called black people, let me show you. Before we were black people, they were Moors. So why you keep saying you're black or foundational black? Let me show you let me tell you in Pomona. This is in Pomona. And this was in what? This was in 2000. Let me see what year this was done. This was in 94. Let me show you something. I went up to the college. Also, I went to the college and I picked up this document. Oh, the Moors of West Africa in Claremont. Oh, damn. Show the people this. So when I went to the college, right, I said, wait a minute. And then you go to Portugal, then you start seeing it, and the connection is there. So all of these people that you keep running from, they were Moors. The Moors of West Africa in the beginning of the Portuguese slave trade. I was in Portugal to see these things. No, again, they don't go there and show you this, but you'll pay these dudes that sit here and just tell you pretty words and sound good. And brother, we're foundational Black Americans, brother, but they owe us reparations. Okay, let me see if I can pull something else up. Let's see if I can pull this one up. Give me 1 second. About how the Negro slave replaced the Moorish slave. Here you go. Remember, nothing's off of YouTube yet or Google, right? It's all in books that I've researched and been in places. Let me show you. On the Gulf of Guinea, the Negro slave replaced the Moor slave. Oh, the Moors are just in West Africa, bro. I mean, in North Africa, brother. No, that's journals of African history. On the Gulf of Guinea, the Negro slave replaced the Moorish slave. So they called you Negro. Now let me show you something, bro. In this book right here, that's a journal of Negroes history, African history. This book tell you about the word Negro, how they wasn't going to use the word Moor anymore. So Negro is a Spanish word, Black is English, Nigga is Latin. See how that works? So this is what they're running from, the truth. If you're going to teach people, you teach them this. You follow me? Let me go forward. Let's show you another one. And a book that I tell everybody they need to get. Let me show you something. I went down to Harvard University also, and I have this book. Why are we talking about this since y'all want to talk about slavery? The book State by State, Race and Racism in the United States lists the Moor as the first document enslaved person of African descent. Again, how is this information out here? And I went to Harvard to find the information. This is a book that has probably, how many pages I say that has in here? 1,118 pages, I think it was. Damn, I'm good about it. Let me see if I'm right. 1,118 pages. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast. And if y'all want this book, you can actually get it from me. You don't hear about this one, but you hear about the 1619 project though, right? But this one right here, you don't hear about this one. 1,118 pages. That's the book that y'all need to get. If you're going to try to challenge these people, have the facts in front of you. You can't keep using AI. You can't keep going online and talk about, yeah, brother, I found it because AI told me such and such and such and such. This is the book. I have the PDF if y'all want it, and I have a hard copy of this book. This is just the PDF. So how? It's about $300 to buy it though. But if you want it, I give it to you for half price. Because you know why? I did the research. So let me go to Harvard real fast. Let's pull up this Harvard document for a minute. When I went down to Harvard. So when you go to Harvard, right, you'll see this. This is in Harvard. It's 134 pages. I got this too. But let me scroll down so you can see what it says. So if you're going to educate people, you don't hold anything back. Again, I'm not here to beat Tariq Nasheed up, but he don't know this shit, man. And nor what he cares about knowing, because it's too much painstaking research to do this, bro. You can't find all this online. And trust me, you're not going to find this online. Trust me, you're not. So let's go here. Slavery at Harvard. The enslaved man known as the Moor. I went all the way to Harvard and was digging up this information. Here it is. It's right there. So when you start putting all this stuff together, it start making so much sense. Let's go to one more. I got one more thing before I go, because I've been on 2 hours and 20. God damn, boy, I like that conversation with Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Hey,
that.
peace.
What's up, bro? So here you go right here. This is the Fulani. Oh, did they talk about the Fulani slaves? Wait a minute. Fulani? Oh, the Arabs had slaves. The Arabs had slaves, brother Jarrell. Hold on, let's see if we can find out who that dude is right there.
You know what them Arabs look like.
Yeah, let's find out who he is though. Let's find out who that guy is. In 1 second, let's find him.
And while you're pulling that up, see, one question I like to ask ADOS is, all right, so the slaves were freed, right? So wouldn't you be a descendant of a freedman and not a slave?
Exactly. So here's the dude. This is the guy right here. This is him. This is in the Philadelphia Art Museum, bro. There you go. That's him. In the Philadelphia Art Museum in Philly, which I kept trying to get towards to go there. He's in Philadelphia. Let me see if I can find his book. Let me see if I can find his books. And I have both of his books. Let's find his books real fast. Where are your books, bro? Here they go. So that's his picture, which they don't talk about. He's Fulani slave. So here's his books right here. From Harvard. And I do have this one too. I have this one also. I forgot to tell you, Jarrell. From Slave Ship to Harvard. I have that one in PDF if you want it too. So I don't just sit on social media, just tell y'all things. I'm going to go and find these things, bro. And find them and start connecting these dots. His painting is in Philadelphia. Why don't we go have children take tours down there and see and have somebody tell the history of this man? But everybody wants everything free online. There you go again.
I'm telling you, Sabir's library is amazing, man. This is where I get most of my books from. Sabir, he'll put them up on the live, and I'll be like, all right, let me go get that book.
You know how many books
you gotta read it.
Yeah, you know how many books I sent you that you don't even have yet, bro?
Like, right, and books people never will never ever hear of. It's like, it's crazy.
This book right here, I got this too. I saw this when I was in DC. You see me holding it. Look how much that book is. $3,000. Nigga, what's in that book right there for $3,000?
Telling you.
$3,000. Let me show you the book. You ready? $3,000 for the Dred Scott, and good luck trying to find it. But if you want it, here it is. I got that one too. Let me show you something. And I was in the store looking at it. I said, you really want $3,000 for this? He said, yeah. I said, you gonna really sell that? He said, yeah. Right? Guess what happened? I went back to the store and he didn't have it. But here's the book right there. That's the book, 534 pages. I got that one too. If you start reading these things, brother, start making sense. I told you, every book that you want, I got them. That's the case. That's the book for $3,000. Would you give me $1,000 for that book? Anybody? I bet you won't.
I'll tell you, all these books give you different pieces of the puzzle. So you just start putting it together, it starts clicking.
It's so much of the pieces of the puzzle to this, bro. Let me show you something else. This is the Dred Scott case. Now, this is actually the case in and of itself. I have the case too. If you want to be a little cheaper, that's the case. But this is the lawyer's edition. So they say, well, that's old, brother. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so let's see whose edition is this. This is the lawyer's edition right here. Lawyer's notes. Lawyer's edition notes. Here it is. And guess what? When you read it, right? When you truly read it, you will understand. And I know that case like the back of my hand. I can quote it like straight up, but it's there. And it says, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Let me pull the Dred Scott case up. That particular one. When it talks about slavery. Where's that John at? You see that Philly thing coming out of me? I said John.
Because I'm telling you, this is where history and law goes hand in hand.
That's when history and law goes hand in hand. Here it is right here. So let me help them out. And I'm gonna show you this again. This is not the book. This is actually the case, but I do have the book. The book is $3,000. Okay. But why are the African race born in the state not permitted to share in one of the highest duties of citizens? That's a question. The answer is obvious. He is not by the institution and laws of the state numbered amongst its people. He forms no part of sovereignty of the state. Ooh. And is not therefore called on to uphold or defend. So when you read the Constitution, this is what they should be teaching people. The preamble says we the people, not we the persons, we the people. The 14th Amendment says the 14th Amendment says all persons born or naturalized is subject to. Preamble says we the people. So there is no people called black people. So you play no part of sovereignty. So when you look up sovereignty in any law dictionary, I can quote it, any law dictionary on Black's Law 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 11, it says sovereign people is the political body consisting of the entire number of citizens and qualified electors who in their collective capacity possesses the power of sovereignty and exercise them through their chosen representative. And then it says, C. Scott versus Sanford. Good, ain't it? I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so I don't have no law dictionary with me. I got enough books. I got enough books with me, but I don't have no law dictionaries because my backpack is too heavy for all that. But if you want those books, you can definitely get the Dred Scott book. But it's $3,000, but I give it to you for $1,000 if y'all want it. Or I can help y'all out a little better, okay? I'm gonna help them out, bro, before we get off this feed. I did a couple of books on citizenship on the 14th Amendment. You can purchase this one. This is about 69 pages. Corporate citizen. Santa Clara case. This is also another case. Santa Clara case. I can send these to you, but it ain't free. Okay, these are books that I put together, and in my time, what I do is that I put little books together so y'all can read them. It's 69 pages of this. If you want this one, or even if you want this one, let me help you. I'm gonna show you another one. I'm gonna give you another one, okay? Come on. I'm not here for nobody to be following me, bro. I'll take your light if you think you got it. This is 90 pages. Corporations as Citizens, the 14th Amendment. I have that one too.
We the people, human rights.
Totally different, right?
Persons, civil rights.
This is the thing, brother. People think this stuff is easy. I just make things look like it's easy because I don't let stuff stress me. But if you try to test me, you would definitely lose playing with me. I don't care about you making cartoons because I got ammo ungodly, bro. So let me go a little further before we get off this feed. If you want those things, you can email me in the yellow, sabirbayradio@gmail.com. Zelly is there, PayPal is there, Chime is there, Apple Pay is there, and I do have Cash App again. My Cash App is $Sabir Bey. Okay? So let me show you something else in another book. It talks about here using the word right here. I use the term in the New World as America as the New World slavery or slavery in America. The term black has come widely accepted within the United States, referring to people of African descent, replacing Negro. So if you were a Negro and before the Negro, you was the Moor, what the hell is the argument, brother Jarrell? Why are we arguing?
And what you say about Frantz Fanon, the oppressor and the oppressed?
The oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves.
And they getting you to call yourself a slave. They don't have to do it no more. You calling yourself black.
You don't have to do it anymore. You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. So get with the program. Line them up. Whoever you think is that great. If you think these people that sharp, then line them up. Line them up, baby. I have fun doing this. I could do this 24 hours. So I'm going to show you some more. If you wanted to debunk it, in order for you to debunk anything, you have to do your real research on it and not Wikipedia research. The Arabs of Al-Andalus. There were also Arabs of Al-Andalus in the southern part of Spain. The Arabs of Al-Andalus was the first to be enslaved and taken to America after the defeat in 1492. This is in the Unknown Arab book. The Unknown Arabs. So the game they playing on y'all, you have no idea what they playing. So they say they get the niggas that look like you and I. Keep that nigga Sabir over there, bro. We don't want him over here. Don't bring him over here, brother. He might mess up my money flow. Let me give you another book. Here's another one. So the first blacks were called blackamoors. Moors, niggars. The word negro is Spanish or Portuguese term for black. That's my point. What I was trying to share with my brother. I was in Portugal. I seen stuff that y'all will probably never see. So all of you so-called black conscious people, keep running from the truth, bro. Keep running. Keep running. You can't run too far. You can't. Hold up. Hold up.
Say this got me thinking about that KRS-One song, Robot.
Say that again.
I said it got me thinking about that KRS-One song, Robot. The everybody wanna rap, everybody wanna sing.
I don't know what happened to my brother Jarrell.
Oh damn, did it cut out?
No, you good. You there?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I was saying it reminded me of that KRS-One song, Robot.
Oh yeah. Everybody want to sing and everybody want to rap.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, 1 second. I got to do this real quick. I gotta close out because I've been on here long enough. And I like Eric, man. I'm gonna call brother Eric up and say, yo, brother, that was a good conversation. I heard you. So listen, if you want that book, the Dred Scott case, if you want my 14th Amendment book, if you want the classes that I did with the books, I mean, y'all can reach out to me. If you would just like to support what I'm doing, you definitely can do that by going to the yellow and support it. If you want to have a reparation conversation, stop beating up James Smalls. Come beat me up. I got tough skin. Come beat Sabir Bey up. Because I don't care about you making cartoons about me. None of these niggas gonna say nothing to me in my face. That's reality, bro. So let me give you one more. Abdul Rahman being the Moor. And if you go online up the Prince Among Slaves, you'll see this too. This is Abdul Rahman. That's in the Library of Congress. And there he go right there, the Moor. So if a foundational Black American keeps saying they think they know, bring every foundational Black Americans to the cipher, every last one of them, and see who runs. I don't have a problem sitting with any of them. So don't ever let somebody think that there's a friction and Sabir thing. No. Bring them and let's talk. Man to man, man to woman, or woman to transgender, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't know what you want to call yourself today. But anywho, this is the $3,000 Dred Scott book. Okay. If you want to get it, holler at your boy. I'm going to show you my classes one more time before I get off of here. And let's pull this one up. Yeah, let's leave that one right there. If you want to get this book right here, I did. You can email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com and send a yellow. Reach out to me because it's nowhere to run and it's nowhere to hide, baby. I thank everybody for joining the feed. Thank you, my sister, always. How long are you going to be in Chicago?
I will be in Chicago until Sunday.
Oh, damn, I was going to say I would come down there, but the way my bank account is set up. If I had a sponsor,
we gotta break. We gotta figure out a time where we can meet up in the same
but they do have
time zone. Cause you be.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna set it out
for sure.
We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out so I can tell you what time I'm live, so you can come on and co-host with me. Okay. So please support people, support, and please share these videos out 1,000 times and tell us so-called foundational Black Americans, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
I don't know what that dude was talking about earlier today, but hey.
Tell them there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Gotta go. You can't run, can't hide, baby. Tell them they can't run, baby. Damn, I'm good.
Peace.